Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Lynn Contrail Center, where today we are watching a massive, massive playoff against probably some of the two biggest teams in Hall County right now, Riley. To start off, my name is Hunter Crabtree, your main commentator tonight, joined with, dare I say, Chestatee's very own Riley Tucker.
Yes, sir.
Is going to be joining me tonight. How are you doing, Riley? Today's your first game.
I'm doing great. I'm honored to be here. Love what Warrior TV does, and glad to be a part of it.
A really big game for your first one, as both teams, really big, especially for the girls team. Chestatee recently securing top 10 in the entire state. After a win against North Oconee. I believe that was Monday. If I'm not mistaken, I can get fact checked on that, Riley, if you
I
think it was Monday.
Indeed. Well, we didn't play Monday. It was Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
Yes.
Well, securing that win Tuesday, the Chestatee Lady War Eagles now top 10 in the entire state. And I don't know where they placed North Hall, but I think North Hall is either right under us or 2 spots under us.
Not only, I mean, this is a big region game.
It is a massive region game for both teams.
They're both top of the standings in the sub-region, and, the outcome of this game could decide seeding in the region playoffs.
Most definitely. Looking just for a couple things to point out in the game throughout the season. Notably, last game with North Oconee, we saw a lot out of Caroline Bull. Coming out, making her three-pointers when she needed to, really drilling it in. She's anywhere she managed to plant her feet and get an open shot, she managed to put it in and drive it in for a 3 every single time.
Caroline was one of those shots, every time it goes up, it always looks like it's going in.
Yeah,
she's a great ball player.
Amazing shot, and mixed with some of the offensive capabilities and defensive capabilities of the starting 5, we're looking at players like Riley Black, who's always starting up, getting that ball, putting it where it needs to be, not to mention also just an absolute center. She's really good at getting under the basket. Very strong player. Very determined.
Puts her head down, she goes to the basket. She's going to get there.
I mean, there's not a lot the opponents can do to stop Riley anytime she gets up there. Another thing I think Chestatee notably has for one of the advantages in this game is throughout the season they've been really good at forcing opponents to make uncomfortable shots from uncomfortable positions. You'll see people being outside the screen, going outside shooting range, pulling shots from the corner that are really far, shots that are far left, too far right. Chestatee getting really good at that, as pressure when you're going up for a shot is just not something you need when you're trying to get points on the board.
Yeah, and I think one thing our program does well is, we're always going to be the better conditioned team. We're always going to outrun them, and we're always going to outwork them. So
I think Chestatee's discipline.
Absolutely.
Discipline does a lot when it comes to these games. As very disciplined team we see here. And looking at some of the practices, some other players I think note is we see a lot defensively out of both of the Boyds, both Addison Boyd and Bagley Boyd.
Yeah. You got Peyton Cable down low too. She's a force of nature on the offense
and Cable, all 3 players, really the starting 5 for the Lady War Eagles are an amazing spot tonight to show off what they're doing. Not to mention the opponent, North Hall. I know the girls for them are 15-6 in the standings, which is about the same as Chestatee.
Yes.
So both teams have come to play. Both teams are ready to play. And I'm sure we're going to see both coaches get really into it tonight. As we get ready, we're going to go ahead and get ready to take a quick minute break before the game starts. We'll be right back with a little more pregame talk, but we're going to go ahead and thank tonight's 2 sponsors of the event. Our first sponsor being Chick-fil-A, located in Gainesville West. Chick-fil-A, just all around really great restaurant, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. I was there this morning.
Really great place to get breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You're in and out in under 10 minutes. An amazing spot. Thank you so much to them for also giving us food. It really helps on days like this where we're tight on schedule, can't do a whole lot. Just to have that quick grab and go is really nice. Second sponsor of tonight's event, thank you to Jackson EMC for powering tonight's event. Cannot be more thankful to have you sponsor us. And not a whole lot more can be said about that. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a minute break. We'll be back with more pregame talk right after the break.
As an electric cooperative, Jackson EMC must always have an eye on the future, exploring the newest innovations taking place in every area of our business. Ideas that lead to a better use of resources and improved ways of conducting business. Automated switch technology, iPads in the field, and internal networking that enable us to pinpoint outages, access complex mapping, and provide faster response times. Jackson EMC, innovation for today, innovation for tomorrow.
Good evening, fans. Along with Chestatee High School, the GHSA and its member schools have made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship among student athletes and spectators at all GHA-sanctioned events. From many degrading remarks and intimidating actions directed...
Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, we are in the Lynn Contrail Center tonight watching the Chestatee War Eagles playoff against the Northall Trojans. Big game tonight, Riley. Big game tonight.
Absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and get ready and get prepped for the national anthem, and then we're going to read out the starting five. Luckily for me, I was able to run the boys roster. Had to run there, but the printer messed up. I do not have the girls roster. We're going to have to do my best in calling names and numbers the best I can. But we're going to go and take a quick break here for the national anthem, and we'll be right back when that is done, said and done.
At this time, would you please rise, kindly remove your caps, observe a moment of silence, and the singing of our national anthem.
Bright stars,
Welcome back, everybody, after the quick break. We're going to go ahead and meet the quick, once again, I do not have a girls roster. Represented in black, the Trojans playing tonight. Number 1, Amelia Schumann. Number 15, Athana Thantavanis. Number 22, Lexi Gerard. Number 3, Christina Peach. Number 24, Riley Thompson. Now we get ready to present the Lady War Eagles. Starting 5. Starting out your roster for starting 5. Number 1, Sierra Yarborough. Number 2, Addison Boyd. Number 5, Caroline Bull. Number 11, Peyton Cable. And last but certainly not least, number 15, Riley Black. Led by head coach Sutton Shirley. Can't wait for an amazing game tonight.
It's going to be a great game. You can feel it.
You can feel it. You can
here,
feel the energy. Both teams. The only thing separating North Hall and Chestatee tonight, Riley, is not only a mental barrier to win the game, but a physical barrier. We call Thompson Bridge, just a couple miles up the road. As both teams get ready to fight to see who is, I want to say, the champion of Thompson Bridge.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we start with tip-off, number 11, Peyton Cable, tips it in the favor of Chestatee into the hands of number 15, Riley Black, center court. She's going to drive that in. North Hall Trojans already trying to put up a great defense. That defense you can see getting around the goal as Riley Black tries to stick it up. Trying to get the first points on the board, but the shot is no good. Sierra Yarborough trying to pick the ball out of the hands of a Trojan. That was not successful as North Hall holds possession by the net. Looked like they're getting ready to set up an early 3 there. There's number 1 in the corner. Chestatee glued onto the ball, not letting that go as the first shot by North Hall goes in. Number 15 puts 2 points on the board for the North Hall Trojans. They're already coming out swinging tonight, Riley.
You can tell early on this is going to be a game of, just running up and down the court. It's going to go back and forth, and I wouldn't be surprised if it came right down to the wire.
As Peyton Cable sticks it up for a 3, the shot is no good, rolls off the rim. Riley Black below the net, holds it, tried to get the pass outside away from Trojan defenders, but got picked up into the hands. Both teams starting off really fast-paced. As North Hall sticks the point up for a 3, but the shot is no good. Riley Black holding that possession. I have a feeling that tonight Shirley's going to be running a lot of the starting 5.
Absolutely.
Knowing that these are the players that are going to stick up points for him this game to get the team the win I think they need.
Yeah, you can see Riley trying to slow it down, try to get the game back in our hands, take control of this game.
It looks like there's going to be a foul called against the Trojans.
Foul 4 against the Trojans.
Yep, the foul will be against North Hall. Chestatee will be starting that ball into the side. Number 15, Riley Black, giving that inside to number 2, Addison Boyd. You can look at the Trojans' defense. It seems that they're really trying to create that barrier and then choosing players to split up. The defense is number 2. Addison Boyd sets it up for the 3, but the shot is no good. Picked up by Trojan number 24.
Talking about discipline earlier, North Hall, they are very disciplined on defense. They're always active, and it's going to be hard to get past them.
It is going to be very hard to get past them. As number 1 goes up, and I think there's going to be a charge call.
Chestatee.
Ball will go to the War Eagles. We already have an early sub in here. It looks like number 4 is going to be coming in for number 1 for the North Hall Trojans. Getting ready. Notably, Chestatee sporting the pink as today is Pink Out, I believe, to put some focus on breast cancer awareness tonight. Great night to do that. Just all the fans here to support it. As number 2, Addison Boyd sticks it up for the 3. It seems like we're going to see a lot of both teams sticking that ball up in the air, trying to get those points up. As it looks like, I think that was number 23 sticking it up on the board for the Trojans. Chestatee going to have to make some split-time decisions here.
Riley Black looking to do something here on take advantage of this possession.
I think she's going to do that, maybe. Ball is on the ground. We're going to call a jump ball. I think possession will go to the North Hall Trojans. Now, my question to you, Riley, is in the player's position going up against the North Hall defense, how would you approach that defensive barrier that they're putting around the basket?
I mean, again, just like our program here, I know over there that they run them good. They run them good, Hunter. They're going to be well conditioned. So it's going to be hard to wear them out. But I think shooting, that's going to be the difference maker of this game here tonight, Hunter.
As the ball goes outside to number 2, Addison Boyd, who sticks it up.
Shooting, Addison Boyd with the 3.
First 3 of the night, stuck up by Addison Boyd. 4 points separating the two teams. Number 23 holds it for the Trojans. Trying to get that inside. Number 23 finds the position inside, but Chestatee surrounding it. The ball is picked up by number 1, Sierra Yarborough. Riley Black using that ability as a good center, trying to get up there. Tries to put it up. I think she's fouled.
She's going to go to the line and shoot 2 here.
As the War Eagles, Riley Black, I mentioned this a lot on the broadcast, but these free throws, they mean a lot. From winning and losing a game, we look at the past games that the War Eagles have played, especially with East Forsyth.
As you know, playing in the past, really, once you see how many free throws you shoot a game, and if you add those up across the whole game, that can make and break a game. Those free throws.
Most definitely. As Trojans now hold possession, driving it inside towards the basket. Finding a Trojan in the corner, sticks it up for that 3-point. The shot is no good. Looks like a North Hall Trojan was trying to stick that ball early, getting an easy open.
Push up the court fast on this one.
As Riley Black drives it in. And I think that's going to be a foul. Yes, the foul will be called against the War Eagles.
Number 1, Sierra Yarborough.
As Chestatee playing a very interesting game. Both teams playing a very interesting game. Off the bat, I've seen some things that I usually don't see, I think, from both teams, watching North Hall play occasionally.
Yeah, I think they're it's going to take a little bit to get settled in this game. But, almost halfway through the first quarter already, and it's only a 2-point difference. So it's going to come down to the wire here.
It is going to be very close to the wire as a shot by the Trojans goes up for a layup. Shot is no good.
Pushing it up the floor.
Giving it to Peyton Cable, who's going to try to stick it up. The shot comes up just a little short as the Trojans are trying to come up.
Foul call on that one.
I think we're going to see a lot of fans questioning ref calls tonight. I feel like that's something very commonly we see in the Lynn Contrell Center.
Yes, especially with this North Hall Trojan team.
Yeah, very
They're
big
serious
rivalry.
about their sports. So weird.
Riley Black trying to stick it up for that layup. The shots,
just aren't falling. We're going to get settled in now.
Aren't landing on the spot. Chestatee going to have to get settled in. I think it's going to go both ways for North Hall as they stick it up for a 3. Shot is no good. As, watching also a side comment, I've noticed anytime there's a 3-point thrown, once that ball gets up to the basket, it's like it gets a mind of its own.
I know.
We saw a lot of last live stream of the ball going around the world for a couple times, and then just falling out. As Caroline Bull sticks it up for the 3, her shot is no good. I think we're going to have a quick 30-second timeout called by the North Hall coach. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 30-second here, and we'll be right back after the break.
2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Coming back after the timeout, North Hall Trojans hold possession. And
Chestatee's defense, a quick sub in over the break. It looks like Bakley Boyd has been put into the field. Bakley is a very aggressive defensive player. As North Hall sticks it up for the 3-point. That shot was wild.
Yes, her and her sister complement each other very well. They play well together. The 3-point here.
They do, and
Addison Boyd for 3.
as it goes up, almost goes into the hands of Bakley. Back to Addison. I was about to say, both sisters getting a lot of that experience from their father, Coach Boyd, who is currently sitting with the Lady War Eagles on the bench. An amazing coach. As number 2, Addison Boyd sticks up for another 3, and it's in!
Like you're talking about, Hunter, I mean, the rims here seem to, I don't know, they just seem to bounce off the rim a little bit. And
Chestatee's
keep us waiting on the front of our seats.
Oh yeah, I think that's something probably not a lot of people say, but I'd imagine if you brought it up, a lot of people would be like, yeah, you go to Chestatee, it feels like the rim and the ball just don't like to communicate well with each other.
Trampolines.
As North Hall is going to try to drive in, get up to the center for that layup. Shot is no good. Into the
defense
hands.
by Chestatee.
Very good defense. It's number 15. Riley Black's going to pull that out of the mutt there.
Travel call. Blakely Boyd.
I hate to see the travel calls, as they can sometimes come up unexpected. And for the players, that's not something you like to see a whole lot.
No, it's stuff that's very avoidable.
It is.
In the game. I'm sure that Coach Shirley is not too pleased.
As Caroline Bull sticking to that ball, not letting that thing go anywhere. These are a lot of the uncomfortable plays. Number 24 sticks it up for the 3. But those are a lot of the uncomfortable plays, like right there we saw Chestatee. Moving that ball around, it felt kind of stuck. As Chestatee sticks it up for the 3, shot was no good, made up by Bakley Boyd. That was really close to going in. And back to that rim. 10 seconds remaining in period number 1. Question in my head is, are the Trojans going to find a way?
Get a shot off.
Yes, they are.
There it is.
There it is. Trojans end period number 1 with 1-point lead over the War Eagles. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break between periods here, and we'll be right back at the start of period number 2.
Innovation at Jackson EMC.
To me, innovation is taking technology and doing something new with it.
I'm working with a global company. We're helping them be able to reduce their carbon footprint through some of our programs.
Here at Jackson EMC, we embrace innovation, such as solar power, electric vehicle programs, energy-efficient right choice homes. Jackson EMC, innovation for today, innovation for tomorrow.
Coming back at the start of period number 2, Chestatee War Eagles 8, North Hall Trojans 9. I believe that Chestatee's going to start with possession, as we are going to watch number 2, Addison Boyd, get this ball around, trying to find it a way to break through the Trojans' defense. As Riley, the Trojans have done a good job of putting up a wall for the game so far.
And that's one of the things we expected with Addison Boyd. Putting up a great shot there. That's one of the things we expected. They're disciplined well on defense, and it's really going to make this game tough for the Lady War Eagles here tonight.
And Sierra Yarbrough sticks it up for the 3.
Great shot.
From the corner. As Chestatee faculty is faking, hitting a beautiful celebration dance with a sprinkler.
She knows what's up.
I mean, I see her here every time we're broadcasting. She's a huge supporter.
Absolutely. The travel call from the North Hall Trojans.
I think that's the call that Shirley definitely wanted to see. Once again, love watching the faculty come in, especially when we see this fake, and very passionate about the teams. Number 15, Riley Black, holding it for the War Eagles. Moving it up the center, putting it up for the 2, and drives it in.
That's one thing she talked about. She's very determined. When she's going to the basket, she's going to get there.
She takes those 2 steps, bouncing around the defense, and just manages to get it in. Number 13 for the Trojans tries to stick it up for the two, but the shot's going to come up just a little short, knocking that out of bounds, giving possession to the War Eagles.
Some great defense by the War Eagles there. Couldn't get it inside, so I had to kick it outside and force them to shoot the three. That's what we want to do.
And that's what a lot of coaches, I think, try to emphasize when they're in practice, trying to force out those threes. When you have to make split-time decisions, it's hard to gauge like how to get it in, how much power you need to put in. Like sometimes your form can be a little off. It's Caroline Bull sticks it up and the ball goes out.
These coaches, I mean, they watch a lot of film before the games. They really try to see what the weaknesses are of the other teams and the strengths to see what they need to work on individually and what they need to capitalize on.
You know, something that coaching world really pays attention to is, that film that you were talking about.
Great defense here by the Lady War Eagles.
As a ball almost getting tipped out, recovered by Riley Black. And we see a lot of her throughout these games, getting that ball recovery, that ball save.
Really the leader of this team here.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, isn't she one of the captains for the War Eagles?
I believe, yes. You know, she's still in her junior year, so she's still got one more year left to really show what she's got.
And a Trojan managing to save that out-of-bounds ball just in time, giving that to War Eagle possession. Caroline Bull in the corner. I think War Eagles are trying to find an open spot to get a shot off. Seeing a lot. Ball gets on the ground.
Riley Black with the hustle. And kick it out to Peyton Cable for the three.
Shot bounces off the rim. That was a good save by the Trojans. And we're going to see a lot of that tonight. Both teams really determined to keep that ball in play. As I'd imagine coaches don't want to waste an out of bounds or get that whistle blown to pause for a second. As Peyton Cable picks it up for the War Eagles, and I think foul called against the Trojans, just what the War Eagles needed. As very energetic so far, Riley. Very energetic.
Subbing in for number 1 Sierra Yarborough.
As I believe, looking in the stadium, Chestatee takes up a majority. I saw a large group of, I think, middle school basketball team coming in to support the team this afternoon. Caroline Bull sticks it up for the three, but shot is no good. Bakley Boyd, I think,
fighting for that jump ball.
I think possession will go over to the Trojans, yes. As Cheyenne Ewing will make that check in to Chestatee. Cheyenne, very good. I've seen her pull some reliable shots.
Yes,
in times of need.
Being a senior on this team, one of the leaders, obviously, really pulls this team together.
Because I think defensively and offensively, she knows how to pull it together, getting that ball out. Once again, it's Riley Black. As Addison Boyd moves that to the side, trying to get it inside. Bakley Boyd loses control. Ball is on the ground. I think that's going to be a foul against the War Eagles. I think I saw an accidental hand go into the hand of a Trojan.
And that's another thing with playing North Hall. You know it's going to be a very physical game, too.
It is.
They both are very serious. It just turns out to be a great game.
I think the rivalry does not help it whatsoever. I know we've had some aggressive altercations before in both the sport student section world, and you know, I think North Hall and Chestatee it's meant not to be sometimes. As Trojans stick it up for two, they're going to call it good. They're also going to send the Trojan number 24 for 1 free throw. The opportunity to narrow the gap, making it a 1-point difference between the two teams. As the ball gets sticked up into the hands of Peyton Cable.
Free throws, you can make or break a game.
Especially in those stressful situations, I think we've got a bad fall.
It's going to be a blocking foul on number 24 from North Hall. Shaken up on the play a little bit.
A little shaken up. I think Riley Black fell on top of her on accident. She looks a little wore out. I think she's going to say that she's still good to play.
Number 5 checks in for number 24.
It looks she's grabbing her neck. Might be a slight neck twist. Hopefully, player will be okay enough to play.
Great shot.
Caroline Bull almost gets it in, but Trojans are going to snag that out of bounds. Chestatee with an amazing opportunity to get points on the board right under the basket. Riley Black giving it to Bakley Boyd, who's under the net. Shot was a little too far.
It was a beautiful inbounds play drawn up by Coach Shirley for the War Eagles.
And Shirley calling out calls now. Once again, War Eagles hold possession out of bounds, giving that to Peyton Cable, who's going to stick it up and drive it in for 2 more points on the board. Peyton Cable really using that height to her advantage. I think that's something we see both Riley Black and Peyton Cable do on this team very frequently. As number 15 sticks it up, recovered by number 22. I think that's going to be a foul called against the Trojans. I thought it was against the War Eagles.
It's a travel call on the Trojans.
They're going to call a travel call. So you're right, it's good to have you here. Not make these mistakes on air as frequently. As sometimes it can get a little hard to call it. I think that's going to be once again a foul on the Trojans, number 24. Student section that kept that. I think I saw them have to grab that one for the refs. As number 15, Riley Black. Once again, we're going to be saying her name a lot this afternoon. Starting that ball out. As an underhand pass gets picked up by the Trojans.
Looks like Addison Boyd's about to check in with a great shot from the North Hall Trojans.
We're also going to see Sierra Yarborough on the side get ready to check in. Chestatee's defense as Riley Black sticks it up, tries to get it up, and drives it in for 2. Surely not happy about the play beforehand.
That's one of the things, you know, if the play doesn't go your way on one end, you just got to go down, you got to forget about it. Go to the other end and just keep going on with the game.
Watch him, he's really zoned into these games frequently. And it looks like they're going to be sending Trojan number 23 to the free throw line for 2. As, again, those free throws are really going to help North Hall in these situations. It looks like we're going to have a quick sub in here. Cheyenne and Boyd will be checking out as Addison Boyd, and I think Sierra Yarborough will be checking in. Oh, excuse me. As we get ready to see if this, sub-in is going to have as big a difference as, as we might want it to.
You know, you have a lot of underclassmen here, Hunter. Really making a difference as North Hall picks it off from Chestatee. But a lot of underclassmen making a difference here for the Lady War Eagles here tonight.
Yes, as most of the starting 5, I believe, are underclassmen. Being in the position they're in, that gives them lots of ample room. As Sierra Yarborough sticks it up for the 3. Shot is no good, picked up by Riley Black, driving it to the corner. It looked like a Trojan tried to get a foul call there. But yeah, like you were saying, with the underclassmen, most of the starting 5 for the War Eagles are underclassmen. Most of them juniors and sophomores. That gives them lots of opportunity to have good experience in the future when they drive in. Really going to help push this team in the future for the program as Trojans go in, drive it in for 2.
You know, some Chestatee fans might have been looking for a charge on that play right there, Hunter.
Riley Black really trying to hustle that ball in. Caroline sticks it up for the 3 and shoots it in.
Man, is she a good shooter.
She is a sharp shooter when the War Eagles need her the most. I cannot name a better person who does it like that, as I think that was a 2-point just shot up by the Trojans.
It's a 1-point game here, almost heading into the halftime here.
And I think we predicted it for a minute. We were definitely saying that it's going to be a very back and forth game. Very close, very tight. As shot for a 3 goes up. Just a little short into the hands of Chestatee. As that was another foul call that they tried to get. But I think a player might have slipped a little too hard. I can't tell from my perspective.
Number 1, Amelia Shoemaker, seems pretty shaken up on the play. Trainer's coming up on the floor. I hope she's okay.
We're going to go ahead and take a moment of silence and wait for the player to get up out of respect. We'll be right back. Everything seems to be okay. We're back as the fallen Trojans takes a stand. Looks like a little shaken up.
It's always great to see the respect between the two teams. You know, it is a competition, but at the end of the day, it's just a competition, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's out here to have fun and just great sportsmanship.
Yeah, you know, everybody, both teams come out here to play a game, especially with big rivalries like this, but no one really wants to see anybody get hurt on both teams. So when that happens, it's good to see, you know, setting that difference aside and having that moment of respect there for each player. As Sierra Yarborough stuck to that pole like glue.
You know, it'd be really interesting to see who has the momentum going into this second half here. Could really decide the outcome of this game.
As Trojans are really trying. I think it's going to be a timeout. Very quick timeout. He was yelling there. I heard it for a minute.
Yeah.
Full timeout called by the Trojans.
I think
15 seconds
Chestatee's
remaining.
defense was really pulling something there. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break along with the game. We'll be right back with 15 seconds remaining, period number 2. All right, welcome back. 15 seconds remaining. I think both teams are going to have to make some quick time decisions. Chestatee probably with the goal of trying to get ahead before we go into halftime, and the Trojans definitely want to keep that lead.
So we're if the Trojans try to take the last shot here, which
and I think they're just going to try to hold the ball. Caroline Bull
get this last shot off,
forcing them to get it out. And I think 2, 1, and I think that's going to be it.
some great defense by the Lady War Eagles on that possession.
Amazing defense as we come to the end of the first half. The Trojans putting, I think the biggest thing was the Trojans putting up that barricade, that defensive barricade, very early as we go into the first period. We saw a lot of them just putting up lots of blocking, doing a very good job at that. And going into period number 2, we saw a lot of Chestatee trying to finding ways to break through and getting the shots up, and they were hitting more of the free throws that they needed and the layups they needed.
Yeah, I'd expect, as we head into the third quarter that the Lady War Eagles will start to get settled in and the shots are going to start falling, and just see what happens from there.
I definitely think so. I would agree. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. We might be back to talk here and there. We're going to go ahead and take our halftime break. We'll be right back. Chestatee War Eagles 20, North Hall Trojans 21. We will be right back after the break. And we are coming back after the halftime break here. Starting War Eagles 20, North Hall Trojans 21. I believe we're going to start with a Chestatee possession, Riley.
And it looks like number 1, Amelia Shoemaker, who was shaken up on there in the last second of the first half. Looks like she's on the court starting, doing pretty good.
Which is good.
Glad to see that.
As Addison Boyd's going to start at center court, giving that to Caroline Bull, who already puts it up for 3. The shot is no good. Chestatee putting up some very early three-pointers. As I believe with North Hall's defense, I think Chestatee's just going to try to make shots around it.
With a great charge from Peyton Cable,
Amazing
Lady War
charge
Eagles. You know, that's one of the things that I know Chestatee values a lot, is that hustle and taking those charges. Coaches see that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
They definitely admire that in their players.
And I've noticed when we go from first half to second half, Chestatee seems to really favor this basket they're in right now.
Yeah.
As I think that's going to be a foul.
As number 15, Riley Black, goes to the line for 2.
She fell to the ground pretty hard.
She's tough.
She is very tough, but that sounded like a hard fall. As Riley Black comes in, tying the game with her first free.
I don't remember the last time I saw Riley Black miss a free throw.
I mean, she's usually spot on with everything she does.
Yeah.
I might have to take some steps back and look to see how many total points she puts up.
Yeah.
Just for her career currently. And, maybe for a high school career, she might have a lot.
Oh, yeah.
As it looks like North Hall putting the shot up for a 3 and drives it in. 3 on the board for the Trojans.
It's a big shot for the Trojans there.
Very massive
Built
shot.
some momentum as they try to get through this third quarter.
Yeah, shooting from the corner there. I think that's going to be a double dribble call. Chestatee War Eagles, I don't think really trying to not get these fouls called. Holding that ball in their possession is the best bet they have.
That's another thing, if your team gets into foul trouble early, then that means you're not going to have them, as a charge is called for the War Eagles.
The basket will be no good. Chestatee ball. Ref and coach.
Coach doesn't seem to like that call.
A big thing we see is, I talk about this a lot, but there's not a whole lot you can say when it comes to a ref call. I mean, what the ref sees is kind of what the refs, it's kind of just how it goes.
I mean, it's not like football or professional basketball where you have those challenges where you can get 1 challenge per game. High school doesn't have that luxury.
Yeah, as Caroline Bull sticks it up, and that ball stuck on the rim for a second.
Great shot from Caroline Bull.
Putting it in for the War Eagles. Tied game.
Lots of these players we have here are double athletes. I know Caroline Bull is an amazing runner as well. As I'm sure many of these players are going to go into track season next.
As keeping that athletic ability up is a good way. As Caroline Bull wide open in the corner, puts it up for a 3. Shot is no good. And I think the fans and the team for North Hall wanted to get a foul against.
An over the back call there on Riley
Black.
Refs didn't think that.
As I think she put her hands up just in time for the call to not go through. Chestatee sticking it up, ball almost going in. There it goes. North Hall fans excited as the Trojans stick up 2 points on the board.
As I say in football, always play until you hear that whistle. Same thing for basketball.
Yes.
The play's not over, so some great hustle seen here by the Trojans tonight.
You see
as Riley Black takes it in with that great muscle play.
Tying the game up. She's been a heavy asset to the War Eagles. Big time.
Some North Hall fans thought that should have been a charge.
As long pass gets snagged up by number 1. Once again, coming back good after her fall. But going back to that play until the clock goes.
Oh, yeah.
You see that a lot in football. I think recently in the college season, we saw lots of games where, players thought the ball was done, didn't think about the whistle, and then when that whistle wasn't called, the other team picked it up and, took the advantage of it.
And that's just one of those things that goes with hustle that coaches really look in players. And
oh yeah, definitely. Is that that focus, that determination, the endurance. As Sierra Yarbrough sticks it up, I think we call it 2 points. As there is a 30-second timeout called by Shirley.
4 minutes, 30 seconds.
you can always expect some great shooting from Sierra
Oh,
Yarbrough.
most definitely. I think Chestatee's plan here, kind of just take some time to try to think into the mind of the coaches. What do you think is going on in North Hall's side?
And again, like I said before, this game is going to come down to hustle. Which team out hustles the other? And I'm sure them North Hall coaches, they're wanting to out hustle this great, well-conditioned Chestatee Lady War Eagles team. So giving them some word of encouragement as they go back in here 2 minutes into the third quarter.
I think it's going to be a big difference for North Hall to try to get that hustle. As they start hold possession, Caroline Bull doing what she does best and sticking to that ball early.
She runs around that screen set by the Lady Trojans.
As that is a charge call.
Looks like that is going to be a blocking foul on the Lady War Eagles, actually. Some interesting calls here.
That is an interesting call. Looked like a foul for a charge.
Looks like Riley Black thinks it should have been a charge as well, but that's one of the things, that Riley Black and I think this whole Lady War Eagle team does well. As something doesn't go their way, they don't make a shot, or they don't get the call they wanted. They keep pushing, and that's one of the reasons that they are top 10 in the state of Georgia for 4A, because they have a great mindset instilled in them by their amazing coach.
I definitely agree. As it looks like a War Eagle is going to be accidentally tripped up for a foul call against the Trojans. Looks like number 1 had the foul call. There's a sub in. Number 1's going to take a seat out in place of number 5. Boyd beacons the Eagle, trying to find that way to drive it inside with Riley Black on the basket. Shot gets knocked out, but possession will remain with the War Eagles.
Riley, she's never going to stop shooting, which is what is great about her as a player. No matter how many shots she misses, which is not often, she's going to keep shooting no matter what. So it goes back to that mindset.
Yeah, and North Hall, I think, is really trying to get a hold of that. Chestatee, lots of endurance, because a lot of these players don't ever sit out a game.
No. With some great defense here by the Lady War Eagles, forcing North Hall to do something that they didn't want to do, Hunter.
And yeah, I think we saw a little bit of irritation out of the players. Definitely not a call they wanted to hear out of the
Lady War Eagles are going to take this possession.
And this could be a big difference for the War Eagles. Riley Black made a pass out.
Looks like both teams are a little, settle in here, try to do something to make possession.
Boyd gives it to Yarbrough. Yarbrough's going to drive it up the middle for the layup. I think she's going to be fouled on the shot.
That was a rough foul there, Hunter.
That was a rough foul. But I think Yarbrough, I don't know what the, wiping the hand on the foot there. Interesting thing, maybe get some
more traction on the
traction
foot there, yeah.
Either traction on that or more good grip on the ball.
Either, yeah.
So first shot goes up, is not good, as pressure is on for Yarbrough. Sends it up, no good. Peyton Cable.
Great second effort by Peyton Cable. Get the jump ball, and it's going to be War Eagle possession here.
And War Eagles really needing this possession. Good position here under the basket. I'd say that pass is going to definitely go out to Caroline Bull, who finds the opening, puts it up for the layup.
With the left hand. I believe Caroline Bull is right-handed, so to be able to do that with your left hand, it shows how versatile of a player, and that's pretty impressive.
Versatility in the players can be a big difference, big game changer with opponents. Because you might look at a player, scout a player, and be, oh, look out for Caroline Bull, a very right-handed player, knows how to use it. But when you come out being versatile with both, it can throw off people that you're going against.
You know, Hunter, I'm going to give a compliment to these North Hall Trojans. The second you think that Lady War Eagles are going to take away with it and go on a little run, North Hall's right there on their tails, and they're going to make it a great game here.
And North Hall indeed making it a great game as we see a 1-point difference. Very back and forth, and I think we're going to see a foul called. That's going to be a 2-shot. I think they're going to give it at the free throw line.
A rather low-scoring game, I would add, for it almost being the fourth quarter, but that's just some great defense played by both teams.
I'm about to say, that's both teams putting up very good defensive walls. As number 23 sticks it up, tying the game.
Showing just how important free throws are to this game of basketball.
And as you added in the beginning, tallying all those points up, that's a lot of points.
As you know, those 2 free throws right there just gave the Trojans the lead.
As we saw a quick sub in here between the free throws. Bakley Boyd now on the court, subbing in for Sierra Yarborough. We see both the Boyds as Bakley sticks it up for the 2. Back and forth, Riley, back and forth is all we are seeing tonight. As the Trojans hold possession, number 24 trying to get that in. I think the War Eagles doing an amazing job at training of sticking on the ball as number 24 sticks it up for the 3 and puts it in.
Bank shot. And I would like to say how great of a player number 23 is for the Trojans here. I know in the Lanierland tournament received all tournament team. Just a great point guard for the Trojans.
As Peyton Cable perfectly under the net. It looks like Bakley saw the position, saw where it was, and read it like a playbook.
Yeah, I mean, just having that that mindset, having a good IQ and knowledge for the game of basketball can really help. You could be the best shooter in the world, but if you don't have that knowledge and be intelligent in the game, then that's going to make or break a game as well.
Definitely. As the Trojans inbound under their net, 2 sub-ins. We have number 21 and number 11 checking in for number 24, and I think that's 15. Yep.
As a very close third quarter we have with score being tied at 34 apiece.
Very, very close. Tied game currently. It looks like Bakley tried to get a quick swat out here, but the ball is on the ground. It's going to be a foul called. I think possession is going to remain with the War Eagles. I didn't get to see the foul call there, Riley. Maybe you got to see it.
I think it was a loose ball foul. So I believe that Lady War Eagles were going to get the ball, and the Trojans gave them a little shove there.
As the refs are having a quick discussion. Usually, as
some Trojan fans are not happy with the call here.
It's always fun to see the referees talk to the score table.
Yeah.
The guys at the score table are very, very nice guys. As War Eagles hold possession, number 5, Caroline Bull, giving that to number 10, Bakley Boyd. Giving it to Peyton Cable once again, who drives it up, and it goes in. The question is, are they going to count it?
No, they called a travel on Peyton Cable here, and that's an interesting one there. I can tell some War Eagle fans are not happy with that call.
It's definitely not the call the student section wanted to hear.
Absolutely not.
As tied game. Going in is Riley Black picks it up as a pass meant to go into center court under the basket for the Trojans. Riley, ball is on the ground. I think it's going to be possession will go to the Trojans.
Charge foul called on the Lady War Eagles, and this is going to be a big possession. Whoever has the momentum going into the fourth quarter. As the fourth quarter, I believe, is the most important quarter of the game.
Most definitely, as we have a sub in number 15 is going to check in for number 11. North Hall sub-ins having to make a big difference here. 24 remaining.
See if Trojans are going to try to hold for this last shot.
And I think the Trojans are going to try to drive to take it. I think that's going to be the play. Until maybe the last minute, I think the Trojans are going to do what they've been doing this entire game and try to hold it until they have a shot open at the very end there to get it, to take the lead and going into the next period. As number 15 sticks it up for the 3, and it goes in, like we were talking about, Riley, up to the buzzer.
Absolutely, and I mean, that gives these Trojans some great momentum going in the fourth quarter, but these are some very resilient Lady War Eagles we have here, and they are not going to quit until the final second.
I will agree, and we're going to go ahead and take a quick in-between period break here. Chestatee War Eagles 34, North Hall Trojans 37. We'll be right back after the break.
Benchmark Rehab, Bagwell Insurance, Party Chevrolet. Thank you for sponsoring Lady War Eagle basketball.
Coming back, starting period number 4, Chestatee War Eagles 34, North Hall Trojans 37. As both teams, both coaches had a word with the team about what they believe the game plan should be, drawing up the plays they need.
And I bet Shirley was mentioned something that I've mentioned here at the end of the third quarter, to really be resilient and keep fighting.
You know, anytime players try to hold the ball, I feel like, for me personally, as the ball gets swiped up by the War Eagles,
Some great defense by the Lady War Eagles on that possession.
I feel that it's better to not. As Caroline Ball sticks it up for 3 and drives it in!
A big possession by the War Eagles, as the game is now tied, Hunter.
Big plays as Caroline Bull showing us the sharpshooter that she is. I think that's going to be a foul.
Looks like on the Lady War Eagles here tonight.
Didn't see it. It looked like the ref pointed to the student section for a second. I was like, but the Trojans holding that possession, seeing a lot out of them already. It looks like Chestatee's defense already sticking it up. Bakley Boyd not letting that ball. I think that's going to be a timeout called by the Trojans. Not happy about that three-pointer made early.
30-second timeout call.
We're going to take a 30-second here as well. I'll be right back when the game starts back up. Back after the quick break here. Chestatee and North Hall coaches once again having a quick talk with the players. Chestatee's defense, putting lots of Bakley Boyd moving that around.
Absolutely. Movement without the ball is one of the biggest factors in basketball, as to really get the offense flowing.
Most definitely. I think it's going to be a shot clock violation.
That's not something you see often with high school games, as you know, shot clock implemented not too long ago.
How about to say I think it's now required throughout the region.
Yeah, and it's an extra 10 seconds as what professionals use.
Yeah.
But always something to keep in mind when drawing up plays.
I do know Chestatee's been using them for a while. As Caroline Bull goes up, shot is no good, but it looks like the Trojans going to take a step out of bounds. Sierra Yarborough, I heard her there for a second, check into the counter, really energetic about it. As we get ready to see what's going to get checked in here. Caroline Bull taking a long pass outside. It's going to drive it up. I think she's going to get swatted out. I believe possession is going to remain with the War Eagles. That was a good defensive play.
Great defensive play by the Trojans there. It's one of the dangers when trying to block shots, and you don't get that hard foul with Caroline Bull shooting a three, no good.
As the Trojan, number 24, is going to take it, try to get it up, and drive it in.
A tough shot by number 24, I believe, for the Lady Warrior Trojans, excuse me.
As as both teams having to push up as Caroline Bull sends it up for the three and drives it in!
With a great shot by Caroline Bull. You know, she has been the difference maker in the fourth quarter of this game here.
Already with an early three in the beginning and first 2 minutes driving already 2 3-pointers. As number 15 puts it up for a two, put into the hands of number 2, Addison Boyd. Chestatee holding a 1-point lead.
This is a big possession for the Lady War Eagles, hoping to extend their lead a little bit.
Already a big quarter as a shot picked up. I think Riley Black's going to be fouled on that shot.
Third line for 2.
As Riley, the pressure on her now to get that space that Chestatee wants. I want to say needs, but they both need and want it.
Yeah. And
as sticks up and goes in, we see there, Riley, who you're talking about. Don't think we've ever seen her miss a free throw.
I don't believe so. And similarly with the last game at North Hall, this game is going to come down to the wire. And Riley Black sinking the second one.
As North Hall's offense really going to have to drive through Chestatee here. Kind of bring it in, kind of like a Trojan spear.
Yeah.
You know, driving out. I think that's going to be a foul called against the War Eagle. They're going to be sending Trojan number 23 to the free throw line, giving her 2 shots.
And I believe that is the first foul on Caroline Bull. That means, you know, she's played defensively very smart.
She's a very careful player. As the Trojans have the opportunity to narrow the gap. As they did do it. Those 3 throws very big for the Trojans.
Taking it coast to coast.
As Sierra Yarborough drives it in, but I think the ball is going to go out of possession.
Lady War Eagle possession.
And I think that out of bounds from the Trojans was a saver for the War Eagles.
And again, you know, having the mindset of play didn't go your way, really capitalizing on the next play.
Peyton Cable catching the ball up top the player's head as Chestatee really moving it up. Once again, Trojan blocking it. Sierra Yarborough sets it up for 2, I believe a 3 possibly. And I think there was a foul call that the fans are not happy about.
Yeah, they're, you know, Trojan fans seem very happy about that, but the Chestatee fans thought that there should have been a foul call.
Definitely not agreeing with the play that was made.
As they thought Riley Black should have been fouled, and that would have been a loose ball foul if called.
It looks like the correction already started. Something going on there. It looks like number 1, getting a quick check, might not be feeling the best. It looks like they're going to allow for the sub in number 15.
As we can hear some fans obviously still upset with that non-call, I should say.
Most definitely. Shirley giving a talk to 15 Riley Black. Trojans really having to do something to get in that lead back. We're seeing Riley Black get ready to take it up. This Trojans stick it up for 3. Shot is in.
Great shot for the North Hall Trojans. As they take a 2-point lead, and that's a big shot here, Hunter.
Very, very big shot. Caroline Bull now holding it, giving it to Peyton Cale. Sticks it up for the 3. Shot is no good, put into the hands of the Trojans.
This is where defense comes into play. These War Eagles need to make a defensive stop here, as that will be an and 1 for the Trojans as they go to the line to hopefully make it a 3-point play here, Hunter.
It's a very big play. I think the War Eagles are really going to have to do something here in the 4 minutes 25 remaining in the game time.
It didn't look like the Lady War Eagles just were very close to making it to get that charge, but just weren't quite set for the referee's liking.
Oh, most definitely. As we see, first shot up is no good, giving the Peyton Cable to Caroline Bull.
Should be a big play.
Top court, Trojans are surrounding her. There's going to be a timeout call. I think Shirley came with a good save there on the timeout.
Smart timeout call.
Lots going on. War Eagle offense, I think, is going to have to find a way to break that Trojan barrier and get used to nailing that shots outside of where they should be. Because getting in and under the basket has been proven to be something they can do. But
coming out of this timeout call, it's going to be a big next couple of minutes here for the Lady War Eagles as they try to close in, shrink this 4-point lead that the Trojans have. And I'm confident that Coach Shirley will instill the confidence in these War Eagles.
I definitely believe so. I think that timeout, again, was really needed. He came in with a save there.
Yes.
I believe that was Caroline Bull who was stuck in the side there.
Not only that, just to slow the game down a little bit.
Payne gives it out to Addison Boyd, who puts it up for a three-point, and it's in!
A big shot by Addison Boyd here in the fourth quarter.
As the difference in game, 1 point. Chestatee putting up an amazing. Every time they come out after those timeouts, there's a lot that goes on.
Absolutely.
As we're going to see Chestatee
with a great rebound.
Amazing catch by the War Eagles. Riley Black's going to try to stick it up. Shot is no good.
Rebound Trojans.
As number 23 is going to hold possession. Caroline Bull trying to get it out as Trojans stick it out for the three, and the shot is good.
Big shot for the Trojans here.
Very big shot.
Caroline Bull looking to make a good difference in this game.
Giving it to Riley Black on the side. The Trojans are playing very defensively, very early in the court, because you kind of wait for them to. I think that's going to be a foul called against the Trojans.
Number 24 there. Can't reach across the body right there, Hunter.
Yeah, that's ref's not a huge fan of that play. But number 2, Addison Boyd, beak of the Eagle, moving it inside. It's really going to try to drive that in, giving it to Peyton Cable in the corner. I didn't see the call there.
A very interesting call here, Hunter. It seems that the refs have called a charge against the Lady War Eagles as the Trojans will now take possession. I didn't quite see that charge.
I didn't see the charge either. I definitely saw a player on the ground. I just did not see the charge. As
interesting call
Trojans
here.
Currently holding it. A lot going on tonight. As we come to the final 2 minutes, North Hall sticking it up for another three.
Now this is a big possession for the Lady War Eagles here tonight.
As the Trojans are not going to let her. Trying to fold that trap. I believe that's going to be a foul called against the Trojans. Looks like, yes. That will be a big call for the War Eagles.
And I'm sure the North Hall coach, that's not a foul you want to make late in the game when you have the lead like this.
Definitely not. As it seems the girls coach from North Hall doesn't seem too happy about the ref call again. Caroline Bull finding her way under the net. I think she's going to be fouled on the shot, and it looks like the ball's going to get stuck
there. But a great offensive play by Caroline Bull, not being afraid to just take it to the paint and not be afraid of that contact.
And I think they're going to try to get the ball down.
As Varsity guys member Levi Popham, manager, hits the ball out.
Savior for the game. I thought they were going to get Wilbanks out for a second.
Good job. He could probably make it up there.
I believe it. As Caroline Bull gets ready for her first free throw. She's going to stick it up and put it in.
Big free throw here, Hunter.
Massive free throw.
These free throws, we haven't missed much.
Definitely not. It's been a big difference for the game. As the second one's up and the second one's good. As this is a really big moment for the War Eagles there, narrowing the gap by 2.
Sierra Yarbrough has checked in for Blakely Boyd here in the fourth quarter.
As all it takes for the War Eagles to secure the lead over the Trojans is a 2-point difference. And I think
jump ball
possibly,
and it's going to be
possession will go to the War Eagles. That's big.
Great defensive play by Riley Black, number 15, on that possession.
That's big. I think the War Eagles needed that with that Riley Black's.
You know, it's crazy.
jump ball.
There's a Riley on the other North Hall team. Riley on our team. There's lots of Rileys.
Just
in the
heard
team.
that.
It's a great name, Hunter.
Very great name. Really great. As Riley Black moving through North Hall defense, sticks it up for the 2.
Big shot for Riley Black as the score is now tied, Hunter.
Tied game coming into the final 2 minutes of the game. We definitely have a packed house. And the Trojans are going to move it up, trying to get it up. I think it's going to
be a travel call on the North Hall Trojans.
That is going to be a big play, a big call for the War Eagles. Heavy advantage there, as the War Eagles really needed that. Trojan coming in to try to swipe the ball early.
This feels like a Lanierland tournament type of crowd here, Hunter.
Very. I think this is going to be a push call.
Number 23, I believe, for the North Hall Trojans.
Yeah. And Chestatee, very, very good spot here under the net. Pass going to go out to Addison Boyd, who's going to put it up for the shot. The shot is no good, as North Hall holds possession.
That would have been, as a student section, getting some chance to hopefully increase the morals of these athletes.
As North Hall sticks it up, but the shot is no good. It's on the ground. I think it's going to be a Chestatee ball.
I believe it's going to be North Hall possession.
It's going to be a North Hall possession. Yes, it's going to be a North Hall possession. I think we can see the frustration on Peyton Gibber's face on the ground when she realized the call was in their favor, or against them, rather.
Kind of a desperate shot by the North Hall Trojans there.
Making that shot out to 24, who's a little outside. Tied game. Student section really trying to get it out there. As number 22 sets it up for the shot and puts it in for, I believe, a 3. Yep.
A great shot here with less than a minute left in this game, Hunter. Lady War Eagles got to make some play happen.
Addison Boyd sticks it up for the 3, but the shot is no good. Into the hands of Sierra Yarbrough. Jump ball is going to be called.
And that is going to be War Eagle possession.
The War Eagles are going to have to tie this game up quickly.
That was a good look we had there.
Very, very good.
Didn't fall.
Full timeout call by the North Hall coach. We're going to go and take a quick full break here, and we'll be right back when everything starts back up.
43 seconds remaining. Regulation.
Coming back after the timeouts, Caroline Bull is going to be under the net, giving it to Chestatee, as Trojans are going to tip it up, giving them possession.
As I mentioned, this is a very resilient War Eagles team. They are not going to be afraid to put up a fight on the defensive end.
Very resilient, as really trying to force the ball. I think it's going to be a foul. A timeout call. That was a safe timeout by the coach.
It was.
I think there's about to be a 5-second violation, I think.
That smart play by North Hall's head coach.
Trojan cheerleaders trying to get the crowd hyped up for the last 30 seconds. If Chestatee plays their card right, I think we could end up in overtime.
I believe so, and you know, it's always. I think that is what Coach Shirley is looking to do. Just like we predicted, Hunter, this game's coming down right to the end.
It is very back and forth. That ability to have endurance to push through, to hustle through, is really coming down to the difference. Shirley, I'm sure, absolutely trying
Absolutely.
to
Really put on a
Get
good
it
show for the
through.
fans here tonight, too. As North Hall didn't have to drive far, but great game.
It is an amazing game. Even if you aren't a fan of both teams, this is just a good game of basketball to watch.
Oh, yeah. Great game. They both played some amazing defense. It's going to come down to who plays it better here. That's an interesting inbounds play.
As North Hall is going to try to spread it out. It's going to be a foul against the War Eagles.
Number 2, Addison Boyd.
Big check foul against Chestatee.
28 seconds remaining.
Boyd checks Warriors.
With
We need to see.
Boyd's sister, Blakely Boyd, checking in.
Need to see what Chestatee pushes out. It's going to be another foul, I think, against the...
As I believe the North Hall Trojans are now in bonus, so the War Eagles are looking, I expect to be a lot of stopping and starting, as the War Eagles may foul a lot in this last 30 seconds of this game.
I definitely think so. I think Shirley's trying to bet on them
To miss these free
to
throws.
miss the free throw coming towards the end, giving the War Eagles possession. As number 23, pressure on. The shot's going to go in.
Comes down to those free throws, man. A big
really
free throw
does.
from the North Hall Trojans.
As one more shot. Shot's not going to go in. Picked up by the War Eagles, coming down to the last seconds. Riley Black holds it, moving up top court, trying to drive that in, getting it inside. Giving it inside here. Peyton Cable with the 3. Shot is no good. But it's picked up by Addison Boyd. Addison Boyd outside, couple seconds left. Oh, the War Eagles gonna... Sierra Yarbrough drives it in, 1 second, 6 seconds remaining.
With
Really, 1 second, 6 remaining.
a 2-point game, and, you know, I'm sure Coach Shirley is going to call up a great defensive play as the Trojans will have possession, and
I think I saw Shirley look up at the clock, saying the time he had left. He smiled.
he was waiting. As soon as that ball went in the hoop, he called that timeout.
I think maybe this is what, maybe it's going exactly to his plan. We never know what's going on in those huddles. Maybe this is what's going on.
You know, as a student athlete, these are the moments you strive for. You know what I mean? Just this fun, competitive environment.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
As I think North Hall is going to try to do their best to get it and keep it in the last second. I think Chestatee might try to call us a couple fouls. My question is, can they get enough fouls in the time they have?
Big possession of 1.6 seconds is a lot of time, and it looks like North Hall is going to have to go the distance of the court. So if they play their cards right, they can get a good shot for the War Eagles.
And it looks like it's going to be a foul. 8 seconds remaining. Not even 0.8 seconds remaining.
As you know, here's the thing, Hunter. If these Trojans miss this free throw,
And the War Eagles
get
pull
the
off
rebound. If they get the rebound, then it's going to be a quick turnaround to get that shot off.
As the shot goes up, it's no good.
As Coach Shirley has called a timeout, so I believe that the refs are going to add some time on the clock.
My heart really beating here.
As
They're going to put 0.5 on the board.
as Shirley, great coaching by Coach Shirley, taking advantage of this time to draw up a great play for the War Eagles here tonight.
I think this is exactly how Shirley wanted it to go.
And you know, this is a very interesting way to end this fourth quarter, as
Oh, definitely.
I expect the Lady War Eagles to draw up some sort of baseball play as they throw the ball long and
yeah.
hope to get a shot off real quick.
And this is going to be very interesting. 0.5 is not a lot of time to work with.
No, I know, as these North Hall fans sitting at the edge of the seats, and I'm sure these Chestatee fans are hoping that Lady War Eagles can come up with a miracle play here.
As both teams get ready to break. and it looks like they're going to try to prevent a foul as much as possible. I think Chestatee's going to try to go for that foul play. They hold possession.
Yeah, that you make a good point there, Hunter. That's probably what they're going to do.
They hold possession. I think I see the spread out. I think we're going to go see.
They do not want to foul. I wouldn't make it to Addison
We might
Boyd
see
here.
Riley Black to Addison Boyd to Peyton Cable. He's going to stick it up all the way out. And it's picked up by the Trojans last minute.
Interception by number 4 for the Northville Trojans, as it looks like the Northville Trojans are going to take this game.
As it came down to the clock, I think given an extra minute, I think Chestatee might have been able to draw something up. But
Very disappointing loss for the War Eagles, as I'm sure the Lady War Eagles are hoping to win this game. But they'll come back next game with
I
a great
definitely
fight.
think we're going to come. They're definitely going to try to do their best to come back after that. We're getting ready to set off the guys' game tonight. That will be a big one, as I think both student sections are going to be standing up for this one.
Absolutely great, just absolutely great, great defense that we have seen throughout that game.
Most definitely, as we get ready to see the next game.
As the boys are coming out.
Boys walk out for both teams, sporting the pink in spirit of tonight's event.
You know, I'm expecting a big game from the starters here tonight, as Jarvis Weaver. I expect some big plays by number 0.
And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here ourselves to take a prep for the guys' game. We'll be right back for the final game of tonight's event. Please stay tuned.
As an electric cooperative, Jackson EMC must always have an eye on the future, exploring the newest innovations taking place in every area of our business. Ideas that lead to a better use of resources and improved ways of conducting business. Automated switch technology, iPads in the field, and internal networking that enable us to pinpoint outages, access complex mapping, and provide faster response times. Jackson EMC, innovation for today, innovation for tomorrow. At Jackson EMC, we embrace innovation. The new ideas in our industry that lead to better use of resources and improved ways of conducting business.
To be an innovative cooperative, I believe we always have to be looking at how we are handling our member experience.
Innovation is really important to Jackson EMC. It's our role to really make sure we're on the cutting edge of these new changes in technology that are coming to the power sector.
Jackson EMC, innovation for today, innovation for tomorrow.
Sit in the side like a handsome guy. Don't mean to truck, but he gon' bang that. Wicked man, but y'all know that all my brother back. And I ain't seen the plane in the ghetto. You stand up, give me a kiss and shut her up. Girl, you know, Texas boy and set them up. Girl, you know, easy boy, tripping in the tweet. Deep thing, gangsta, I be Peter. I be seeing, deep, you love, I believe in it. Papa know, gang, papa know,
Welcome back, everybody. The second game of tonight, the Lincoln Trail Center, North Hall Trojans playing off against the Chestatee War Eagles, following up the Chestatee War Eagles. Unfortunate loss, beat by the Bunny. Played a great game. Absolutely amazing performance from all players.
Always fun to see.
As we see,
Student section has its story.
they're already turning around from the players.
Big rivalry here.
Oh, most definitely. I think the guys game, we're definitely see a lot of energy come through everybody tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
As I did check in the studio, North Hall guys team's currently 9-9. Chestatee War Eagles, I believe, 12-7.
And that is.
So big game for both teams.
Welcome back to the Lincoln Trail Center at Chestatee High School for tonight's home matchup.
Tension is high.
You can feel it.
I feel like just walking in, trying to get pumped up.
Let's get the starting lineups.
As we're going to get the starting lineup for the Trojans. Number 1, we have Matthew Ray. Number 2, Luke Sanders. Number 15, Cole Holton. Number 21, Sam Gailey. Number 25, Corbin Sosby.
Led by head coach
Miles Kendall. The Trojans prepared to play a big game tonight, sporting a very classic.
We expect good games. Sam Gailey.
As Trojans sporting a very
Chestatee fans. Put your hands together.
So get ready to present the starting 5 for the Chestatee War Eagles. Number 0, your very own Jarvis Weaver. Coming in, number 5, Joshua Bull. Number 11, Hugh Pruitt. Number 15, Eli Parlier. And last but certainly not least, Colton Wilbanks. Going for those big points tonight, led by head coach Clemens. The War Eagles are prepared to play and they are prepared to fight until the very end of today's game, as the Lady War Eagles did. Both teams are not going to let each other off easy tonight.
Excited to see number 5, Joshua Bull, back, as he recently suffered his appendix burst recently. So he is back in this game, healthy, ready to get these North Hall Trojans fighting.
As tip-off possession goes in favor of the War Eagles, the Trojans already putting up a very interesting barricade. Pruitt in the corner is going to snag it, giving it inside to Weaver, but it's picked up by Trojan number 1, Matthew Ray. Ray will be dragging that ball down to number 25, Soulsby. Ball goes outside into the crowd. It looks like
Really wasn't able to get up and reach that one on that possession.
looks like Chestatee staff, Ivan Mark, picked that up from going into somebody's face. Nice to shout out to him. Talk to him before each game. He goes number 5, Chestatee putting it in. Colton Wilbanks thought about putting it up in the corner. Decided to go against it. As the Trojans are really pulling up a massive defense here. Parlier driving it inside to Weaver, who sticks it up. Puts it in for the first 2 points of the game.
With a beautiful jump shot from number 0, Jarvis Weaver. As, I might add, Jarvis, a lot of these players are just great people off the court.
I must agree. It looks like that was an interesting foul there. It looks like one of the players from the ball had a head hit in an accident. Might have been why the foul wasn't called. But Chestatee will hold possession. Weaver inside as Pruitt sticks it up for the 3. Shot is no good. Into the hands of Wilbanks. And I think Wilbanks will be fouled on the shot.
He's going to go to the line for 2, and Wilbanks another. As I personally believe the War Eagles, we are a great shooting
Amazing.
team as a whole. He only just adds to that.
With how tall he is, his length, his ability to put the ball in the basket. He's a great asset to the team when he gets sent to these free throw situations.
only being a junior, similarly to Riley Black, only a junior, so he still has a year left to just prove to everybody, as he doesn't need to prove to anybody that he's a good player, but
Yeah.
one more year to just show what he's got.
As the Trojans are going to rush towards the basket, stick it up. Chestatee trying to get the rebound. North Hall safely sends it out, and they send it up, try to get it for the three. Shot is no good, put in the hands of number 11, Hugh Pruitt. Amazing offense and defense
Rare
from
miss
both
from
sides.
number 21, Sam Gailey, who's a great basketball player. Having played basketball with him before, just a great all-around player.
Pass going outside to Hugh Pruitt. Pruitt, another amazing player. Look at the Trojan kicked the ball out there. That was some fast-moving reflexes.
Yeah, number 2, Luke Sanders, also a great player, was awarded the all-tournament team in the Lanierland tournament this past December.
As Wilbanks sticks it up for the three, the shot is no good. We're seeing lots of points. Both teams already trying to put up a lot of shots. I think we've seen North Hall try to put up 5 already. And we've seen War Eagle put up just as much as North Hall goes for the three, and the shot is good.
Great three-point shot by number 2, Luke Sanders, the point guard of this very physical North Hall Trojans boys team.
As Joshua Bull holds it, giving it to Wilbanks in the corner, back to Bull, inside to Weaver. Weaver tries to put it up for 2, and he does, sinking it in.
A great bank shot from number 0, Jarvis Weaver.
Weaver just showing us his offensive capabilities. I think that's going to be a foul called against Chestatee.
Let's see who is on.
Yes, it'll be a foul. Number 25, number 2, Luke Sanders.
Yeah, it looks like Chestatee's War Eagles, number 15, Eli Parlier, called for the shooting. That will be his first.
Sanders has the opportunity to tie the game early in period number 1.
These North Hall Trojans eager to get some revenge, I would like to add, after the War Eagles got a pretty big win on them at their own gym a couple months ago.
As second free throw made by Sanders, sent up, goes in, game tied, 5-5. Joshua Bull, speaking of 5, holding that possession, giving it to Pruitt in the corner. And I think the Trojans once again kick that out.
The second kickball we have seen this game, and we're not even 2 minutes into the game.
The Trojans being very good reflexes. As Weaver's going to try to stick it up. I thought he was going to be fouled, but I guess the refs didn't see the call. As number 21 is going to stick it up for a 3 in the corner. Shot is no good. Put in the hands of number 25, Colton Wilbanks. As Chestatee's offense is playing a very fast game. Wilbanks trying to get that ball around. As Parlier goes up, tries to stick it in for the 2, but the shot is no good. North Hall Trojans, number 1, Matthew Ray.
These shots just don't seem to be falling for either team as of now. With the War Eagles taking possession on this play.
As, like you were saying, both shots just not really sticking so far for both teams. It takes a second, I think, for the rhythm and the pattern to get in there when it comes to these kind of games. Especially when they come down so close halfway through the first period. As ball getting danced around outside, 3-point range, long pass the other side to Colton Wilbanks. To Bull. Bull to Pruitt. I think it's going to be a turnover. I don't know what the call was. Might have been.
I don't believe I saw what was called on the War Eagles.
I think they called a 3-second violation.
Possible that, yeah, I think you're correct.
That's what we heard. As number 1 Rays, Holtzak giving it out to number 21, Gailey. Gailey's going to try to put it up off the backboard, but the ball is in the hands of the War Eagles. Number 11, Pruitt's going to make it down.
This Chestatee basketball team,
as we see a great defensive move by the Trojans, swiping it out, taking possession, as Gailey sends it to Sanders. Sanders puts it up for the shot, but the shot is no good. Picked up by Bull. I believe possession will go to the War Eagles.
This is one of the better, War Eagle teams that we have seen in the past couple of years. A couple more seniors in the girls team have played together for a long time, almost like a well-oiled machine.
Yes,
they know
definitely.
each other's games inside and out.
As the ball for Weaver goes out. Possession will remain with the War Eagles. As Grimsley gets ready to check in for Pruitt.
Henry Grimsley, great six-man coming off the bench. Used to actually be a Northall student, matter of fact, in his middle school days.
So this game, big for him. As Northall might have been his. As Wilbanks puts it up and sends it for 2. I think they're going to send him to the free throw line for 1 more.
And that is going, yes, that will be an and 1. Hopefully, Wilbanks will create a 3-point possession, and I believe those are the first 2 points that Wilbanks has put on the board this game.
Yes, that is, as he gets ready for his first shot. Well, he did have the first free throw earlier in period number 1.
You are correct on that one.
So that would be his first 2-pointers. As he does stick the second point, or the third point, from the 1-and-1. As number 25 sends it up for the Trojans. Shot is no good, into the hands of Weaver. Weaver's going to move it around, send it up, and drive it in for 2.
Wow. That was a great shot on Weaver. You know, honestly, as it looks like Northall is going to call a timeout, that shot by Jarvis Weaver kind of reminded me of a good basketball player called Michael Jordan on that one.
As you know, if Weaver were to stick to it, I think he'd have definitely big potential wherever he went.
Absolutely.
Outside of high school.
And I do believe he intends to play basketball at the collegiate level. I don't know where yet, but I think that is his goal.
As you know, the potential you see out of a man like Weaver, that can pick up the attention of a lot of players, a lot of like stars, and you know, it's some kind of attention that you need.
Now, as I look at this War Eagle bench, you got a lot of young guys on this bench that are just trading and trading. Hopefully, they'll get their chance and, you know, some great basketball for years to come.
I definitely agree. As we have number 2, Sanders, holding possession for the Trojans. I think trying to find a way to get it up, but Bull snips it up out of the air.
Great defensive possession by Joshua Bull.
Puts it up for the 2 and drives it in.
That is the Joshua Bull we're
And it's picked up back by Weaver, who's going to drive it in for another 2.
We have seen a great game from number 0, Jarvis Weaver, so far. No surprise there.
Chestatee coming out of the gate swinging. Like we said, they are not letting Northall go easily tonight. Trying to get this ball around Chestatee defense as we're watching. Trying to go up, trying to get it up. The shot is no good, into the hands of Grimsley. Chestatee's defense.
Chestatee defense has really shined throughout this game so far.
Joshua Bull sticking up for another 2, and it's in.
A great couple of minutes by the Chestatee War Eagles as we hope to extend the 16-5 lead.
2 minutes remaining, period number 1, and it's already snipped up back by Chestatee. The defensive players on Chestatee really putting it in as Weaver crosses it up, giving it to Wilbanks, who is fouled.
Great possession as it looks like number 11, Hugh Pruitt, fixing to check into the game here.
As Weaver is happy with what was called, high-fiving his mates.
Now, I'd like to talk about Hugh Pruitt for a second. He, great basketball player. He's been playing this game since, you know, his elementary school days, and one of the hardest working people I know. He's in the gym quite often working on his game.
He's very frequently
having played basketball with him before. I just know how dedicated he is, as well as in his academics and off the court.
Oh, definitely. Pruitt has a big future in whatever he's going into with that
Absolutely.
hard work.
Absolutely.
As speaking of, he's going to be checking back in place of Wilbanks, as the Trojans are going to start possession after the free throws. Very packed house for Chestatee tonight by the looks of it.
Indeed it is.
As Chestatee is moving around, Northall trying to get it up to the basket and drives it in for 2.
Good little floater from, looks like number 1, Matthew Ray from Northall.
As we see, Weaver's going to hold that possession, giving it out to Bull, moving himself, giving it to Grimsley. Grimsley to Parlier, who's going to stick it up, almost goes in for 2.
Oh, that shot didn't go in. That was some great ball movement by the Chestatee War Eagles.
And it is snipped up by Weaver, but I think he takes a step outside. Just right there.
Great ball movement. That's what this boys team really does well. They know how to move the ball. They are just such great teammates, and they work together very well.
They do have a dynamic that I don't think we've seen out of a Chestatee team here.
No,
the way they work together, they're coordinated, they communicate, they do a very good job as Northall is making rapid passes to number 14, who's almost going to drive it in, but Weaver picks it up.
Great defensive play by number 0, Jarvis Weaver.
As tonight, his really shining, giving that to Hugh Pruitt. Hugh Pruitt to Bull. Pruitt going to put it up for the 3, and it's in!
Good shot from number 11, Hugh Pruitt. You know, he has one of the prettiest forms I've ever seen.
He has
in a game of
amazing form. When you see him put it up, I mean, almost snipped up. I think possession's going to go with the War Eagles.
You can feel the energy in this gym, Hunter. The Chestatee War Eagles just going on a great run for this last
lots
couple
of energy, lots of energy.
Interesting, but you know, these Northold Trojans, they don't play around. They're very resilient, and they've got some fight in them.
They definitely do, and we can see that on the defensive end. We still have an entire game to go.
Absolutely.
24 seconds remaining. I think Bull's just going to try to drain the clock down. They're going to want Chestatee to end with possession and lead, a very good lead.
Interesting enough, there's a little tiny difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so it looks like Northall will have a couple seconds, if that, to get a shot off.
As Grimsley puts it up for 3, is it in? No. With 1 second remaining, I don't think Northall's going to be able to pull it off. No, as we end period number 1.
Not get the shot off in time.
Chestatee holding a lead they're probably very happy with. Northall going to have to draw up something on the offensive end to get it up and catch up with that lead. We're going to go and take a quick break here in between periods. We'll be right back to start period number 2. Coming back, started period number 2, Chestatee War Eagles 20, Northall Trojans 7. Chestatee's game tonight in the first period is already putting 20 points on the board.
Absolutely, and it looks like our starting 5, the Chestatee War Eagles, has been put back in with Colton Wilbanks replacing number 13, Henry Grimsley.
And we're going to have to see what Northall draws up out of the situation. Chestatee's defense is very good. We've seen Weaver pick off a lot of passes already tonight, which is something that goes in the War Eagles' favor. Is number 1, Ray, I think, is tripped. There might be players on the bench thought it was going to be a turnover, but I think that was going to be a foul call against Wilbanks.
War Eagles, it looks like the Chestatee bench was wanting a travel call, but did not seem to get that one.
As number 2, Sanders is going to check that in under the net. Good position for the Trojans to try to get some points up. As it goes up, does not go in. Ball is in the hands of number 5, Joshua Bull. I think Chestatee might be trying to do some of the same things. As Wilbanks sticks it up for the 3. The shot is no good.
I don't know why we saw some hesitation of Wilbanks there.
He probably thought about it, decided to full commit.
Absolutely.
As number 2, Sanders thought about putting it up in the corner, giving it to Ray. It's picked up, snipped up by Bull.
Defensive play, as I think the Trojans have fouled the Chestatee War Eagles.
And I can see the student section yelling at the players from Northall.
I think, as there are some players on Northall team who used to go to Chestatee, so making some comments towards them. Friendly, of course.
Well, hope friendly. Hope friendly. As Pruitt's going to hold possession. Both Bull and Pruitt passing that ball and giving it to Weaver. Weaver sort of in the inside, gives it to Wilbanks, who sticks it up and drives it in for 2.
Great shot from number 25, Colton Wilbanks.
And I think Chestatee fans have been waiting for this game all night.
Absolutely.
So seeing how the game is currently playing, it's something they really like to see.
As that is going to be a backcourt violation for the Northall Trojans.
And it looks, number 1's looking at the person that passed the ball to him and was like...
not too happy about that one.
Definitely not too happy about it.
That's one of the things, Hunter, that you, as a teammate, you have to bounce back from those and get over, Now, next play is really what matters. The rest of the game, as Norfolk Trojans look to make a comeback here.
As Pruitt sticks it up for three in the corner and drives it in.
Another, I think that is his second three-pointer of the night for number 11, Hugh Pruitt.
Pruitt is just all over this game tonight. Trojans driving it in for 2 points.
Great drive from number 1, Matthew Ray.
As the War Eagles seem to have already gotten pretty comfortable with how the game's playing. I think the only worry when it comes to getting comfortable is when you get too comfortable and the game changes drastically, it gets hard to adjust how that game feels. Pruitt sticking it up for a wide three, and it goes in!
Heat check from number 11, Hugh Pruitt. That was way beyond the arc of the three-point line there, Hunter.
That was crazy. That's probably the widest shot I think Pruitt's put up all season.
He's feeling himself after that one.
Pruitt that was the farthest shot he's put up all season. Number 1 trying to return it with a three of his own.
As the War Eagles look to only extend their lead.
As Bull puts it up. Almost got drove in, but Pruitt's going to snip it up.
Great defensive play. Pruitt's had a great game so far.
Bull giving that all the way to Colton with a big jump.
A very athletic play by Colton Wilbanks, and I will say that was a rather late call.
We can see Matthew Ray's not too happy at the call. As Wilbanks once again up to the line for 2. This is going to be his third set of free throws tonight.
With that free throw, the Chestatee War Eagles have extended a 20-point lead here.
For Chestatee fans, this is what they wanted.
Not even halfway through the second quarter.
Chestatee wanted to see this. This is what I think they needed. This is what they wanted to see out of the guys' game, knowing the potential the guys have. As Wilbanks sets it up for a second shot and puts it up. Chestatee with a big 3-0 on the board.
Not only the boys, but the girls have also our free throws have been sinking in. A great defensive play by number 15, Eli Parlier.
Parlier is a very, very good player when it comes to getting in those tight spots. As Bull with the underhand pass makes it to Weaver.
You know, Parlier is one of those players that has been playing with a bunch of these guys ever since elementary school. Just definitely. A great player, very dedicated.
Dedicated to the program indeed, as we see Pruitt in the corner holding it for the War Eagles. Giving that to Weaver. Weaver who's going to stick it up for the 2. The shot is no good. Into the hands of Wilbanks, who's going to set it back up. Shot is also no good. Saved by Parlier. And there's going to be a struggle. Jump ball's going to be called. I think possession's going to go to the War Eagles.
Now, interesting enough, I think there was a foul called on number 0, Jarvis Weaver, for the Chestatee War Eagles. I'm not too sure how the Chestatee fans feel about that one.
That was a big call by the refs.
Interesting call.
Very interesting. Didn't see the foul on our end.
I thought it was a jump ball.
It definitely looked like a jump ball. I thought I saw one of the refs give the thumbs up for it. Number 15, Holsey, trying to move around. Number 14. North Hall's some offense, really just trying to find it around Chestatee.
Absolutely, with number 10, Casey Payne, handling the rock for the Trojans.
As the Trojans stick it up, putting 2 points on the board.
With number 22, JT Chester for the North Hall Trojans.
Chestatee on their net, made a pass up, the ball goes into Trojan hands. It looks like we're getting ready to send Grimsley back into the match. As number 15 goes back in for another 2-pointer. There's going to be a timeout called by Clemens. Clemens a little irritated, I imagine.
He does not look too happy, and I will say I'll give props to the North Hall Trojans. They had a good little run there, and that's the kind of momentum that you need in types of games like this. When you're down big, you need that momentum and that little push to really give you the confidence to keep going.
Definitely. I think the War Eagles don't think they're too happy about the play that happened with those two two-pointers getting up for the Trojans, getting that up to 13 points. I think the objective of Chestatee is going to be to do their best to make sure the lead they have doesn't slip up too much.
Looks like
the Trojans are going to try to drive into that and slow it down.
Number 13, Henry Grimsley, have checked in for number 11, Hugh Pruitt, as he takes a rest, as he has had a great game so far here.
Absolutely a great game. He set up some beautiful, beautiful three-pointers for the team tonight. As Wilbanks is going to go up for that too, and I think, yes, it's in.
Takes it all the way to the rim with a very, very good offensive play.
As number 10 for the Trojans, looks like he's going to make a pass, but I realize maybe not the best idea in the situation he was in. Makes it out to number 2, Sanders. Sanders to 10, Payne.
With some
as Parlier picks it up,
good
saves it.
defense. How do you feel about these Chestatee jerseys here, Hunter?
I think they're very clean.
I've
always liked Chestatee's jersey in the white. I think it's always been really good. I think there's gonna be a foul called against Wilbanks. Travel.
Yes.
But Chestatee's jersey, I think they changed it up.
I like the more simplistic look that they've been going for this year.
You see both teams have a very simplistic look to them. As North Hall kind of having that classic, like old school look to the jerseys.
Of course, with number 10, Case and Payne, didn't get the 3 to go.
As Wilbanks using that length to his advantage, man, I wonder how, his wingspan, how long that is. Because he can jump, and with that added arm length, he can grab the ball whenever he seems to need it. Inside to Weaver. Weaver's going to put it up. I think Weaver's going to be fouled possibly.
Hoping to get the shot to go, but he will go to the line for 2. And thank you for having me on here tonight, Hunter. It's been a pleasure.
Oh yeah, no, it's always fun to do these games. Great to have you on, Riley, for these very, very exciting events. Most of the time you spend your time in the student section.
Oh yeah.
So you get a different perspective over there.
Yeah,
and,
hopefully I can do some more of this sometime.
Well, you're more than welcome anytime to join us, Riley, as Weaver's first shot. Very interesting shot, that rim. As the second shot goes up, is no good. Almost caught up by Wilbanks to come with the retaliation.
Talked about earlier with these rims acting kind of like trampolines. Not really wanting to go in.
Not agreeing with the ball. Trojans ball on the ground. Pass to number 2, puts it up for 3 in the corner. The shot's going to go in.
A very big 3 from number 2, Luke Sanders for North Hall Trojans. As it looks like number 11, Hugh Pruitt is getting ready to check in.
As Bull is going to hold that possession into Grimsley. Grimsley to Wilbanks. I think Wilbanks thought about setting it up for a shot though. As the ball did get pushed back a little bit.
As it was tipped, so it will not be a backcourt violation on the War Eagles.
Defense for the Eagles is going to have to put up something. As Weaver tried to put up a 2, shot was no good into the hands of number 14. It looks like a 30-second timeout is going to be called for the Trojans.
Smart timeout call.
It was definitely a smart timeout call. We're going to go and take a quick 30-second ourselves. We'll be right back after the break. Coming back after the break, North Hall Trojans are going to hold possession of number 22, JT Chester.
I'm looking to see some more from number 21, Sam Gailey. Great player, and
very, very good player.
Really make an impact for the Trojans team. As
the ball's going to get knocked out. I think the ref saw a War Eagle touch the ball last. That possession is going to remain with the Trojans. Number 2, Sanders, and a good opportunity to get the ball out as it goes out.
Gailey making the save for the Trojans.
As Weaver is putting a lot of pressure on that ball. Number 1, Ray, holding it. Going to try to move it around Wilbanks as he puts it up, drives it in for 2.
Great shot.
Chestatee,
number 1.
Chestatee's defense. Going to have to find a way to fight with the Trojans tonight.
Absolutely.
As they're slowly creeping up on the War Eagles.
And Jarvis almost got it knocked out as he tries to make a play out of this possession.
As the ball is going to go out, possession is going to go to the Trojans.
As another ref overturns the call and says that it's now War Eagle possession.
Student section looks like they're going to be a little mad after that one.
Yeah, they're happy with that call.
That's a long pass out to Grimsley.
Nice some shoes. He's got some nice shoes there.
He's coming not only today with skill, but definitely with some style. As the ball gets put on the ground. A long pass out to number 22 as he's going to put it up and put it in for 2. I think he tried to go for the dunk.
Didn't quite get the dunk, but got the 2 points, and that's all that
Did
matters.
get the 2 points as Weaver's going to come in. 30 seconds remaining in period number 2 before halftime.
A 12-point lead for the War Eagles so far. As the Trojans start to creep up on them.
The Trojans offense putting it in, getting into it, and I think they've really found a way to drive it in. Weaver's redirecting his team with 10 seconds remaining. 6-5. Forrest. Grimsley sticks up for the 3. Shot is no good. 1 second remaining. North Hall has it up, and the shot is no good. Going into halftime, Chestatee holds the lead, but the War Eagle offense, and I'd rather say defense.
We've seen a great game. On War Eagles hit by number 11 Hugh Pruitt, Jarvis Weaver, and for North Hall, number 1 Matthew Ray and number 2 Luke Sanders have had a great game so far, adding to this hopefully comeback.
They absolutely have. We're going to take a quick halftime break here. We'll be back at the start of period number 3. Please stay tuned for the rest of the game.
Second half of action back. 9 minutes.
Moving back after halftime here, we're looking at Chestatee War Eagles 32, North Hall Trojans 20. Chestatee coming out, already playing very fast, moving that ball around. Started very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
As Bull goes around the world, Parlier coming in with the save, putting it in for two.
Great second effort by number 15, Eli Parlier. That's the plays that you want to see in a player from a coach.
Parlier is really driving it in for Chestatee. Like I said, when the team needs him, he drives it through and pulls through for him, and I think that's big. As I think it's going to be a jump ball call. Possession will go to Chestatee.
Great couple possessions by Eli Parlier, being able to stay vertical like that and not swatting his hands down to eventually get the jump ball instead of the foul call.
Pardon, it looks like possession goes to the Trojans. As outside number 15 is going to put it up for a two. The shot is no good. Almost got into the hands of Wilbanks. Looks like it's going to be a foul called against the War Eagles. I think. Refs are discussing it now. I think we're going to call a foul against the War Eagles. Called against number 11, Pruitt.
As a high-scoring game for a lot of our War Eagles here tonight.
Pruitt's going to swipe it out of defense. Great defensive play by Pruitt. That's the kind of stuff you like to see out of him because he has the ability to do it. Giving North Hall a run for their money tonight. As number 21, Gailey, is going to put it up.
As number 21, Gailey has been scoreless in this game so far.
As North Hall is really going to try to put it up, and they get it up in for the two.
Great play by the North Hall Trojans here in the beginning of the second half. This great game so far.
Oh, yeah, absolutely amazing game. As the War Eagle offense is going to have to try to create more distance between themselves, as North Hall seems to be able to break through a little bit. Shattering through
nice. Go behind the back by Josh Bull.
And shot by Weaver goes up, is no good. It looks like North Hall once again is going to put it up for three in the corner. His shot is no good. Almost picked up by the War Eagles. It's blocked. I think it's going to be a blocking foul against the War Eagles.
As a very late foul call from the refs here, as Clemens very not happy with that. As Clemens makes a good point, the War Eagles did have possession of the basketball, and they called the call afterwards, but
they did. That is a very good point. But it looks like number 15, Cole Holsey, Holsey, is going to be making it a free point as his first shot goes up. Misses.
Looks like number 15 is only a sophomore. Getting some playing time here from North Hall Trojans.
He gets ready to set the second shot up. It's up and it's in.
It's good.
War Eagle offense, once again, is going to really have to create some distance between themselves as it's slowly but steadily getting close. As the Trojans are not going to let Chestatee go off early or easily.
As much as we want a big War Eagle win, these close games are fun.
They are very fun. As number 1, Ray is going to pick up a pass meant for Colton. Goes up, but it's blocked. Caught up by 15, but snapped up by number 11.
Great defensive play by the War Eagles on that possession as Hugh Pruitt now controls the ball.
And he's being just a very good player. We've already talked about it beforehand, but once again, just a very good player for the War Eagles. And that's Parlier. Parlier to Pruitt is going to put it up for the three. Shot is no good, but Weaver's going to come in and save it with the two.
Great second effort, like I've mentioned many times. So it looks like number 15, Eli Parlier, was called with a delay of game, as if you shoot the ball, you're not allowed to touch it, as it delays the game for the North Hall Trojans.
And I think I've never seen that call from the refs be made, but it does make sense.
Very, one of the calls that's very avoidable and you want to try not to make, as North Hall misses it. And
as Bull saves it. That was a
great save.
Good save by Bull.
Absolutely.
As Weaver's going to go in and drive it in.
As a very athletic, beautiful play by number 0, Jarvis Weaver. That was impressive.
That was beautiful movement. I think Weaver tried to get the charge foul. Regardless, it will be a Chestatee ball. But number 2 is going to stick it up for a two-pointer. The shot is no good. There's going to be a foul. The question is, I think the foul is going to be against the War Eagles, yes. It's a very interesting call.
There's been a lot of calls against the War Eagles in the second half.
And I definitely think the refs are calling them a little late. I think the big irritation for the coach is Chestatee, has the ball and they're not calling the foul until after the ball is retrieved by Chestatee.
And these foul troubles, that looks like the 15-year-old Parlay is going to the bench as foul trouble, as we saw in the last North Hall game with number 21 St. Gailey. If you get in foul trouble, it's not good. You're not going to be able to contribute if you're worried about fouling out of the game. So
that is true.
I hope that does not happen for our Chestatee War Eagles here tonight.
Looks like we're still trying to situate it. Might be a little slippery spot.
That seems to be a common occurrence, doesn't it?
And walking through after classes through the gym, I never noticed any of the slippery spots. But I guess
when you have a bunch of
lots of sweaty athletes performing, I guess it's not too far off for that to happen.
With
Wilbanks almost snatching that up.
Save, and that almost certainly would have ended in a dunk.
As number 10's going to stick it up, Kazin Payne is going to stick it up for the Trojans, putting 2 on the board. Number 11.
Hey, number 10 been playing basketball for quite a while now.
As Pruitt's going to stick it up for a 2 of his own, hits the corner, but I think Pruitt's going to be fouled.
He's going to go to the line for 2.
Looks like Bull's a little irritated with something.
Coach is talking to Colton Wilbanks, hopefully drawing up a play to where he can score, as I believe he has 11 this game so far.
I do believe so. So he is getting close to a milestone that not a lot of high school athletes get to say they've done in high school.
1,000 points, that is a big goal, as recently our very own Chestatee's Riley Black achieved that goal, and it just shows how good of players that we have here at Chestatee.
Definitely, as Pruitt put up a beautiful form for the first one. We talked about Pruitt's, see it again there, beautiful form. The ball does not go in there. As number 1, Reyes is going to pick that up.
Many hours of work in the gym has contributed to these great players.
Number 2 is going to stick it up for the 3 in the corner, but it's picked up by the War Eagles.
Williams got one there in the last shot.
Sanders been putting the ball up a lot. As Bull's going to stick it up for a 2 of his own. It's recovered by Wilbanks.
A great putback second effort by number 25, Colton Wilbanks.
As we see Sanders again, I think, that's going to be a charge, I think.
By number 5, Joshua Bull. Great call by these refs.
Yeah, Sanders has been a very active player this game for the Trojans.
Very good word, very active, as he, it's kind of like the spark that this team needed.
Definitely, as Weaver's going to go up for that little dance move. As he recovers it, he's going to try to get it in for 2. Wilbanks is going to come in with the help and put it in for another 2 points.
Great S.
We seem like we always see Wilbanks and Weaver always coming in to help each other out, whether it's intentional or not.
Assistant Coach Jimmy Brooks, very excited on that one.
He's very happy about the plays being made. As he's a very big basketball guy. I did some work with him for AV. Went to Buford for a big tournament. Got to see a lot of the basketball stuff that he does.
Absolutely, great defensive play by Henry Grimsley.
But he's very passionate about the basketball world. So.
He is, and having taken many classes with him and doing extracurriculars, he is a very passionate guy. And what I like to see, Hunter, is looking at our Chestatee bench, you can always see a player standing up, cheering their teammates on, as great sportsmanship.
Hey, you see a lot of that. Brock Moody is always the first one to be on his feet doing that. He does a really good job at getting up.
He's a character. Great motivation for this team coming off his recent injury.
As Joshua Bull, center court here, runs it for the War Eagles.
As
that's going to be a double dribble. You can see he stopped. He realized what happened.
Very late call. And to be honest with you, the ref didn't even see that call until number 2.
I think that's good sportsmanship out of Bull. He realized what he did, and he didn't want to push it. And it's just good sportsmanship all around.
Until number 2, Luke Sanders pointed out to the ref, and the ref's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
And Sanders went up just to put it in the basket for fun. But, it looks like Chestatee's almost picked it up.
Great little swipe from number 5, Joshua Bull, as Chestatee has possession.
Weaver picking this ball up a lot in the game. I think we're going to see him going and it's in for another 2.
Jarvis Weaver being able to go from one side of the court to the other. attributed to his great running. He is on cross country. Great athlete.
And we're getting ready to see Parlier check in for the War Eagles. As North Hall, it seems like their shots from the corner just have not been going their way.
Yeah, and now I don't believe I have been keeping track with Colton Wilbeck's points, but I believe he is getting close to his milestone here, Hunter.
He has to be.
Tonight.
We have to be a couple shots away as Parlier comes in sporting the pink socks.
For pink out to support breast cancer. And I can only imagine that the Chestatee basketball team will honor Colton Wilbanks if he reaches his milestone.
I think Colton, when he graduates next year, depending on the season he has, I think we have all the trophies now and mentions for the players. I think Colton, even if he doesn't go into the NBA or any professional baseball, I definitely think he deserves recognition throughout the school's lifespan for if he hits the milestone before it's done.
Absolutely, and I really believe that this Chestatee basketball team has been one of the best we've seen in a while.
Most definitely, without
and
it, yeah.
As you know, and I would like to attribute that to Coach Tanner Plemons.
Plemons, a very good coach.
Very good coach, as he led them to the state playoffs last year. With a big win over Madison.
Very big win. Just the way Plemons coaches and the way he runs practice, I've seen him before. He's just an all-around outstanding coach.
And having played under him, not as the head coach, but as one of the assistant coach under former coach Josh Travis, he is a great person and just a great coach.
He was. I cannot argue about that. As we come in, Pruitt holding it for the War Eagles, giving it to Weaver inside, giving it to Colton Wilbanks, who got knocked out. I think possession's going to remain with the War Eagles. Yep, the ref, he did a little hand switch there. He originally poured it towards Trojan side, but then directed it back towards
Number 2, Luke
side.
Sanders, not happy with that call.
He's going to be checked out real quick.
This lead back up to 20 here in the third quarter.
I think Chestatee, I think Weaver's going to get fouled in the shot. Yep. There's going to be a foul on the shot against Weaver. As I don't think we've seen a lot of free throws out of Weaver. I think we saw one out of him, possibly, in the first half.
Great free throw shooter.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Good form.
He always has a great way of finding himself to the basket.
Most definitely he does. I think him playing in that center position really helps. As he puts up 2 good free throws, amazing form. The guys all around just have really good forms when it comes to putting the shots up.
And I know one of the drills they do in practice is a lot of shooting drills, as that is one of our strengths, and we want to play to our strengths.
As Wilbanks comes up with a pick, I think possession's going to go to the War Eagles.
Great play as Wilbanks realized that it was going out, so he hit it off the North Hall player.
As Chestatee, this could be a big possession. I think Pruitt's going to go to the side. He's going to try to drive it towards the center. As pass meant to Bowles picked up. That was a good defense play by the Trojans there, as they're going to try to get it up for 2, but I think he's going to be fouled on the shot. Number 22, JT Chester.
Nice play by the Trojans on that one, with number 10, Cason Payne, getting into the basket, getting a quick dish out to number 22, JT Chester.
As I don't think we've seen a lot of free throws out of both. I think we've been seeing mostly Chestatee throws tonight.
And I believe Colton Wilbanks is getting close to the mark, as we see one of our fellow AV students getting ready to what I assume.
He just has to be. There's no, I definitely think to either this game or next game, he has to get it.
Absolutely.
It's just something he's got to do. That's all I have to say about it. He has to do it.
Great play.
As Joshua Bull, number 5, gets ready. Beak of the Eagle. He's always a starting one to get in there. As Pruitt's going to try to put it. I think Pruitt's going to be fouled. Yes, Pruitt will be fouled. And there we go again, seeing Chestatee get such a free throw line.
Coach Tanner Plemons very happy with that play. He did quite well in that suit, if I may.
Oh, yeah, very.
That little pink tie for breast cancer awareness.
Plemons is always really...
Dressed to impress.
Dressed to impress. He's dressed professionally. You either see him in the school spirit, or he's always looking very sharp in whatever he's in. As Pruitt puts it in for a fantastic free throw.
Looks like
Cole Halsey.
Yeah, number 15. And number 3, Garrett Selke, the junior, seeing the first minutes this year in this quarter. And I believe if this lead extends, I would expect to see some other players get into this game as well throughout the fourth quarter.
And I know the student section loves to see the JV players come out, especially in times like this. And I know they get really happy when we see Bo Peak come out.
And number 22. Got to give a quick shout out to number 22, Jack Tucker.
Oh, of course.
Who just so happens to be my brother. One of the most, always in the gym, great basketball player.
We watched Jack Tucker play against Johnson. Is the ball
Great
picked
steal.
up? Is he going to do it? No, but he did put it up.
And one, and gets the and one going to the line to hopefully make it a three-point play.
As that's a three-point play, the team looks excited. They have to know.
They know he's close.
As he's close.
I believe he's got one more.
I think this might, either this basket.
Wait.
It's a technical.
Issued to North Hall.
They're going to call a technical foul on North Hall. And I think this is the shot. And it's in. I don't know if that was it. Maybe it's the second one. His team is hyped.
We'll see. They are very excited for this great milestone in his career.
A very, very great milestone as it goes up. Oh, rolls around the world and does not go on, but he has one more.
Because of the technical play. I wonder what the technical was for, Hunter.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too. I don't know. Second shot is up and it is good. But going back to your brother, as we mentioned, I've watched him play, especially against John. We just got confirmation that he is 2 points away. Will Banks is almost there, but talking about your brother, outstanding player. We watched him play against Johnson, and the way he plays, he put up some absolutely incredible 3 points during that game.
And that's one of the things he likes to focus on is his three-point shooting. And being his older brother, having not played basketball in a while, I still like to think I'm better than him, but I believe I can finally say that he has now surpassed me as a better basketball player in the family.
We talked to Plemons for a little bit, but Plemons has to have him on his radar. I don't think there is any way
with him being a junior and a lot of seniors leaving, I would expect some big minutes from him next year.
I think,
as well as Garrett.
I think there is no doubt in my mind he will be starting next year.
Indeed.
As North Hall really moving that ball around. I think that's going to be a foul. Turnover. Travel.
Number 10, Case in Payne, as he cannot believe that call. As number 22, Jack Tucker fixing to get into the game here.
Shout out to him. Shout out to the shout out to the Tucker family. Shout out to the Tucker family.
Thank you there, Hunter.
I really want to see Will Banks get that shot that he needs. Only 2 points. I think they're going to let him have it with the three. Is it up? No, it's so close.
Will he get this block here?
He did.
Oh! As no surprise there, that is going to be called a goaltending, as that was obvious goaltend, but great effort
Great effort.
As the student section is loving that one. As number 22, Jack Tucker, and it's taking all my might not to scream for him right now.
As hopefully he gets the opportunity to play.
Great screen.
And I think that ball is going to go over to North Hall.
Absolutely. And I would expect some more of the JV players to get in during this game.
Oh, yeah.
With the lead.
Chestatee holds a lead that they are very comfortable with.
With
a long shot.
Rainbow shot by.
And it lands in the hands
of Jack Tucker. Close one.
Jack Tucker.
Great third quarter for the Warriors. Really
amazing. We had lots of great shots from Pruitt come in. Chestatee got a lot of good opportunities to sit there at the free throw line, get the ball up when they needed to.
Absolutely.
And that really helped drag on the lead they had. We also saw a lot of
Colton Wilbanks in that quarter.
Wilbanks
getting close to that record.
And
2 points away.
I think it will be a perfect ending to the game if period number 4, if he gets what he needs.
Absolutely.
And I think that'll make it for him. I think we're also going to see hopefully some more
I'd like to point out assistant coach Britton Nicholson. Yeah, former Chestatee player himself.
As I remember.
Great ball player, great shooter.
Amazing. Yeah,
very knowledgeable about the game.
He was I believe he was a senior or junior or freshman year.
He was a senior or freshman year, and funny enough, Britton Nicholson in a scrimmage game against Notre Dame once scored 18 threes in one game.
How about that? I mean, he's an outstanding player.
I believe he's broken the school record.
Outstanding player.
But great player.
get ready to start the game back up. The refs are having a quick discussion.
With the starting 5 with the Chestatee War Eagles back in, and number 5, Joshua Bull, very happy about how this game has been played so far.
I think Chestatee fans, this is the game that Chestatee was looking forward to today.
Absolutely.
I remember looking on Instagram, people were excited to see what Chestatee brought to the court, and they wanted to see what North Hall had to bring against them. And I think, you know, obviously one side's happy with the outcome, the other side maybe a little shocked.
And I mean, if we win this game, that'll be undefeated against North Hall for the guys so far this year, and hopefully to continue that throughout the region playoffs as Jarvis Reaver misses the shot.
Oh, North Hall moving that ball around, trying to get through Chestatee. It's number 15. That will be Cole Holsey. Sticks it up for a good 2.
I have a feeling Colton Wilbanks will surpass the 1,000-point threshold.
I don't think there's any doubt that he has to. I mean, I think the only thing that might interfere with it is if the team sees a better opportunity to put points on the board.
And then, yeah, absolutely.
But you know, that's never something to be too mad at.
No.
But I think if the opportunity is given, I think, yeah, the team is going to give him those 2 points.
And what's great about this team is, you know, while that is something they know and is aware that could happen, their still main focus is to win this ball game. And I believe they are very still focused on doing that, as they have almost a big 23-point lead here.
Big for Chestatee, big for Chestatee. As number 5, Joshua Bull, is going to hold the possession. I think Wilbanks is waiting in the corner. I think he wants to send it off with a 3.
I wouldn't be. I agree with you there, Hunter.
I think he wants to do that.
Backcourt violation on the War Eagles, as couldn't quite hold on to the ball, and it looks like a timeout has been called.
I think 30-second timeout called by the War Eagles. We have some Chestatee for the AV team ready to get that final shot. I know. I saw the big shout out to the graphic design team, by the way. I saw them working on a lot of the graphics for the stuff. They actually do a lot of the stuff here for the scoreboard. Also, massive shout out to Dylan, who put together that entire scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Beautiful thing up there.
Dylan, if you're listening, you're awesome, man.
He might be in the robotics room, but yes. Dylan, massive shout out to you.
Well, you're an awesome man. The student section, obviously, very happy with how this.
I'm not mistaken. I want to give a quick shout out. I don't know if Camden's color really matches the pink there. I feel like it's more of a shade of orange.
More of a salmon.
Either a salmon or bleeding into orange. But the spirit's there.
Absolutely, the spirit's there.
As that's going to be a travel. Good call for Chestatee. Good call for Chestatee. That's what they need in this game.
As you know, Colton's a very humble guy.
Oh, so I've talked to him plenty of times.
I can only expect if he gets the threshold of 1,000, we're going to get a very unenthusiastic yay from Colton Wilbanks.
I think he's just gonna brush it off, but big accomplishments. As they're gonna let him have it, isn't it? It's in with the dunk! That's it. Colton has hit, and they're gonna foul him.
And he's going to the line for 1, as he has now done it. He has now scored 1,000 points.
And here we go, giving it to him. Go ahead and stick it up. Big shout out to Wilbanks hitting that 1,000-point threshold as massive, sending it with a slam dunk.
What a great way to cap off.
An absolutely amazing way to send it, and they're still going to send him to the free throw line for more points.
Look at the student section, just happy. Look at the great sportsmanship and team camaraderie from the Chestatee War Eagles, as he has now scored 1,000 points.
And it's great to see that the North Hall Trojans seems to be okay with it.
They're congratulating him as well.
And we see that he is the all-time leading rebounder in school history.
Now, that does not surprise me there, Hunter. That does not surprise me
at all. It does not surprise me, but
I only a junior, I may add. And I didn't realize that either, but
when he leaves, they have to give him something. I mean, he has earned his spot in the history books for this school. He sends it up, 1,001 points.
Absolutely, as number 2, Luke Sanders tries to make a play for North Hall.
I think Clemens was happy about that.
He is.
Having one of his players hit that stretch mark. As North Hall with a very nice 3.
Very beautiful 3 from number 1, Matthew Ray.
Very, very beautiful. Matthew Ray, very tall guy, matching with Wilbanks.
As we now have 6 minutes left in this 4th quarter, and the War Eagles just look like they continue to just get better and better as every second
As Bull sticks it up for the three and sits it in.
Great shot from number 5, Joshua Bull, as he's nothing but smiles on that play.
I think nothing but smiles for the whole team. I can't believe what the locker room's going to look like after this. I know after the original first game with North Hall, the locker room was...
It was insane. That game, to be there, it was electric.
I'm sure both everybody was just energetic.
I was trying to hear the chants that the student sections are giving off here, but...
I think we're going to see probably a lot of chants from the student section go up. Is that... Ooh. There's more of that net being that trampoline we keep talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Weaver's going to hold it. I think we need to... Near the end of the game, we need to hear some chants out of the student section.
Oh, of course.
I think that's something we need to see.
They're probably not as loud because I'm not there, Hunter. That's
as you know, maybe. As Bull sticks it up for a nice two.
Great spin move.
Once again, smiles across the team. I think Pruitt was happy with that play as well.
Some great defense being played by the Chestatee War Eagles right now.
Great push off by Bull. It's a really nice play as he got ready to set it up. Goes in, over, and into the hands of a War Eagle. Maybe it's on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball.
And the...
Oh, it's a timeout call. They didn't get through to the full timeout.
And it was indeed a jump ball, but...
We're going to have to wait until after the timeout to see
who has possession.
We're going to go and take a quick break.
Absolutely.
And 4 minutes, 42 remaining, period number 4 before the game ends. We'll be right back after the break.
Innovation at Jackson EMC.
To me, innovation is taking technology and doing something new with it.
I'm working with a global company. We're helping them be able to reduce their carbon footprint through some of our programs.
Here at Jackson EMC, we embrace innovation, such as solar power, electric vehicle programs, energy-efficient right choice homes. Jackson EMC, innovation for today, innovation for tomorrow.
Probably a very happy team.
Absolutely. You can feel it in the gym, everywhere, the student section, to the fans. Now, North Hall fans aren't probably this excited.
I think we just have a very, very happy, energetic environment tonight.
Absolutely, and I would expect some players off the bench to be getting in relatively soon for the Chestatee War Eagles. As a great three-point play opportunity for the North Hall Trojans.
Call the basket good. I think we're also going to see the Chester with the free throw line. Again, we're seeing this is going to be his second or third free throw set, so he's getting a little more time, which is good. You know what's good about sitting here? Tell me.
I don't have to worry about the ball and hitting me in the face. I was going to make a joke, but as the student section now, let's see, number 20, I believe.
Let's see if Clemens is... I think Clemens is too focused on winning the game.
Eventually, I'm sure we'll get that.
I think we're going to see maybe a little bit of him, but as Weaver sends it up, I think Weaver's going to get fouled on the shot. But they might send him. I don't know. I wouldn't. I think after the Johnson game, we saw a lot of good things out of that game. I think Clemens, at the moment, though, is just way too focused on trying to make sure that we keep the lead in this game.
And I add about both. This is no exaggeration. The nicest person I have ever met.
Oh, no, 100%. He is so nice.
Having played tennis with him for a couple years now, he's so nice, so humble, and couldn't ask for a better person with the energy.
I totally agree. He's always, he seems like he's always having a good energy. As number 3 for the Trojans, put up for a wild shot 3. And Parleer, that was some good stuff by Parleer, keeping that ball in. As Pruitt's going to try to stick it up for a 2, but the shot is no good. Into the hands of Wilbanks. Wilbanks goes for the shot. Not good.
Like I was saying, it's good sitting here so I don't have to worry about the ball coming at me and hitting me in the face.
That is true.
Again, possibly.
That is true. Maybe this time it might happen to another student section under
hopefully.
We've seen a lot less of the ball flying out. And if it does, it kind of goes off to the side on the side of the stadium. As Weavers, they're going to call a blocking foul on Weaver? As cheerleaders take out a football change. The student section really getting into it. see number 15, Cole Halsey, once again. We've seen Halsey a decent bit this game.
Chestatee War Eagles coach Kenneth Clemens having a civil conversation with one of the refs, wondering about what the call was about.
Yeah, I think he's definitely. He definitely has his conversations because, you know, as a coach, you always want to know why there's a foul on the play.
It's every game's a learning experience.
But, you know, I don't think he's ever gotten super aggressive.
No, never.
As a coach, that's a kind of a good thing, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
As North Hall, I figured that was a good call. They were back to call. But Wilbanks is going to pick it up.
That's almost after pass it straight to him, man.
As they're going to give it to Bull, who's going to set it up for an easy two.
Great possession here from the War Eagles as they only extend this great lead that they have in this amazing game.
Amazing game. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. North Hall Trojans have a lot of good opportunities here. You know, we're seeing again lots of Sanders. They've kept Sanders in, I think, all game so far. Outside the times they've taken him out a couple times to talk. As number 22, JT Chester, is going to stick it up for 2 points on the board.
As number 21, Sam Gailey,
he's been definitely,
nevertheless, still a good.
he's a great player, nevertheless. But no, you are right. As Parlier goes off the backboard.
Gets ready to check in. Ooh, War Eagles with those amazing purple shoes he's got.
Really? Nice of Parlier on accident. It was Pruitt that made the 2 points. Really good form every time he shoots. That's going to be a foul. Travel calls. Interesting. They're going to be sending to rotate.
Number 5, Joshua. He looks like he needs a little bit of rest.
Bull is definitely he's been playing a lot this game. Good player who's been pulling through strong. And
One of my favorite.
Student section pulling the sit and shots. I think it's a fun one just on both sides. It's kind of, gets that confidence on it. Parlier goes for a shot.
As we see now,
as we see the student section chant for Bo
as Garrett
number 20
Selke,
and your brother
Garrett
going
Selke,
in as
Jack
well.
Tucker, Bo Peak, and Ilion get ready to check into this game here as
that's a JV subbing.
Yes.
A full JV subbing, I think.
And I'm excited for that as these guys deserve it. They work hard.
They work very hard as Wilbanks sticks it up for another two. Big sub in here.
Big 7 for both teams here as what a great game we've seen so far.
Absolutely amazing game. Chestatee holding a 30-point lead.
Just give it up
over the North Hall
Chestatee
Trojans.
War Eagles here right now.
And we're going to see Bo on the court now playing.
It's going to take all of me to not get too excited if Bo Peak or Jack Tucker scores on this play.
You're gonna have to tell me the same thing. I think it's going to be a big play if they go.
Good shot.
As they're already fighting for that ball. That's going to be a foul, I think. Yes, that's going to be a foul against the War Eagles.
I believe
I think they called it on number 10.
With number 14, Roland, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But really commanding the floor. Great rebound from number 22, Jack Tucker.
Jack Tucker really pulling through tonight in the remaining period of this game. They might stick him out for the rest of the game, which is well deserved.
I believe so. As Leon grabs the ball.
And now, they're going to call it
travel. Jack Tucker. Got to keep that pivot foot planted.
And, Riley, I'm going to go ahead and say you have full permission to get up and yell if your brother gets a good point. I'll stand up and yell with you.
What are the chances he dunks in this play? 0.
We'll see. We still have a lot of time left in game clock. As
number 20, Bo was called with a foul.
Interesting.
From a nice guy who wouldn't hurt a fly. With about 50 seconds.
I see we have Brock Moody on the court now.
Great player coming off a recent unfortunate injury.
And we're just going to leave it at that. Last game, we spoke a lot of things into existence that shouldn't have happened.
But great player.
Absolutely outstanding.
Great player.
Glad to see him okay where he is.
Great.
As War Eagles going to drive it up towards the net, and North Hall, I think, is just going to try to do their best to, like, how do I put it? Like, put down the JV team, but it blocks down, but he's up. He's good. Teammates rush go faster than him. As 26 seconds remaining. And then we have Weaver giving some advice to some of the upcoming players. I like to see that.
Great.
I love seeing that kind of stuff. Anytime you see players like that coming in giving that advice, it's really nice to see. Brock Moody puts his free throw up and puts it in. It's good.
Good shot from Brock Moody.
As North Hall is going to try to drain the clock a little bit.
And what a game this has been, Hunter.
An absolutely outstanding game.
Even the girls. Right, it was an unfortunate loss. They fought till the very end.
Yes, Chestatee will fight to the nail no matter what. As Garrett's going to pick it up.
They're going to dribble it out as Brock Moody dribbles out the ball.
And that is game. Chestatee War Eagles take the win.
Big win for the Chestatee War Eagles.
Absolutely big win. Chestatee 69 points. North Hall Trojans 38.
Absolutely big just team win overall.
We've got North Hall Chestatee students pulling off a chant as that is the end of the game.
Again, shout out to number 25, Colton Wilbanks, for hitting that threshold tonight.
Massive achievement, hitting that 1,000, now above 1,000.
Absolutely.
Only a junior, so
got more to come.
As we're seniors, we might not be able to get to see all his potential as the players get ready to go celebrate with the student section.
Absolutely.
But there is a lot we're seeing out of Wilbanks. He still has one more year ahead of him, and we're going to see a lot of him out of that.
And from the younger players, the JV players that have stuff to prove next year, it's going to be a great season.
Absolutely. And just what an absolute both games. Chestatee, girls and guys, fought to the absolute nail. They were not letting anything go without a fight, and we saw that in both teams tonight.
Of course.
Absolute outstanding games. We're going to go ahead and do a quick wrap-up, try to close everything up because it is relatively late. We started late. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and give a quick shout-out to both of our sponsors of tonight's events. Thank you once again to Chick-fil-A located in Gainesville West. We are very thankful to have you as a sponsor to the live streams and the War Eagle TV team as you guys feed us. We appreciate it. Lots of great people that work there. As Chestatee's, Mac Manning works there, Jason Crow, and Peyton Abercrombie, both amazing people. I also know somebody there. Big shout out to Alex, aka Bonbon. We love him so much. An absolutely amazing person. They fit in well there. They just add to, I think, the greatness of Chick-fil-A.
And again, thanks for having me tonight, Hunter. It's very
opportunity. And thank you to Jackson EMC for powering tonight's event. Did you know, Riley, that Jackson EMC has stuck by the same belief since 1938?
What does that believe?
That they believe in just in trying to improve our lives through the improvement of technology and electricity, and they actually power all the lights, all the technology here in the Lincoln Trail Center and at Chestatee High School. So we could not thank them enough for, one, powering tonight's live stream today, a proud partner with War Eagle TV. We're going to go ahead and cut the live stream off and get ready to do a closing. My name has been Hunter Crabtree with your main commentator tonight, and I could not be more thankful to have your color commentator, Riley Sucker. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's been an absolute joy to watch these two games and to have some great conversations. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again sometime. Maybe come on and talk some more about some basketball. We're going to go and end it there, unless someone would like to come on and say a couple things. Say that one more time for me. War Eagle! And that is Chestatee's Camden Odell. Lots of school spirit. We're going to go ahead and cut the live stream off. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're at the Lincoln Trail Center, please make sure to drive home safe. And if you're watching at home, thank you for tuning in, getting time out of your day to watch us. We appreciate it more than anything.